Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm here to talk about the JETS suck when we come back.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
Hey, Max, don't forget the fine folks over at Dubby Energy Drink. You know, you get 10% off. Buy one, get one 50% off. Click on the link below. I recommend getting a starter pack. And of course, there's a holiday season, you're looking for a chef to cater your next party with mouth-watering cupcakes and delicious desserts like these right here, made from scratch. Well, hit up my man Chef Jew. Let him cook for you. Hit him up 786-804-8096, 786-804-8096, and let him know that the Fins sent you. And then let's look at the lineup. El Capitan did a show yesterday about is the team a fraud. We had Color and Ali where they do the top of the tailgate and broken takes, not to mention Club XL. You got myself, Lewis, and Crypto. We doing the Smoke Lounge and Talk TMI Tuesdays. Crypto got his own show usually on Mondays, and we're doing the Insomnia episodes. We're going to be dropping those a little more frequently. This holiday, December 23rd, we're going to be going live at 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're going to be talking about the holiday games. So as always, man, I like to appreciate the people that take their time out of their busy day to come hear me talk for a little bit. And, of course, the panel. You got Adam Sadowski. We got Man with the Dolphinier first. We got Adam Sadowski. Daniel Berry Sports highlights what's going on. Duke Tomlinson with the latest in menswear. Joe Rist. My main Oos Q, what's going on? Michael K, what's going on? Michael K, what's up? Kevin Lee, my main man, what's going on, my brother? And Cat for Life, what's up? Timothy Eason, what's up? How you doing, my man? And Fins up no matter what. Yeah, I agree. And I just wanted to talk real quick before I'm gonna send the link off to Crypto and these other guys, but I was thinking about something for a little bit, and I was talking about how this last game, CB83, what's going on, my man? How you doing? I was just thinking about this last game, and it trips me out to see that, people got a big sample size of this team and what this team could do. We play one bad game, and it's over. And all of a sudden, the Jets been a shit show the whole season. They put on one good game. Now they're the next best thing since sliced bread. They have a chance. They're playing lights out. Yesterday was the first time since the Jets scored 3 touchdowns in one game. And we're forgetting the fact that, remember, yes, sir. Hold on. Sorry about that. My bad. Actually, the dogs escaped. Oh man. I'm I'm reenacting the offense. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, I want you all to remember one thing, that the head coach from Houston, where did he come from? He came from San Francisco, who was under, and he replaced the coach that was in New York. So, hey, look. So, the Robert Saleh and the Houston head coaches were once buddies, and they know each other just like Mike McDaniel and Robert Saleh do. So,
What happened?
anyway, at the end of the day, I think what happened to this team. What's up, Aquavision? What happened with this game is the fact that I think this game, it's either going to make us or break us. I think we're going to. One thing's for sure, I want Tyreek Hill to forget about this fucking 2,000 yards, because at the end of the day, it don't mean shit. Trying to pad. I understand that you want to be the player's coach and you want to help people achieve their dreams, but at the end of the day, that stat shit is for the name in the front, not the back. And by the way, so you guys know, yeah, Matt Skura was a practice squad player. Now, Jonathan Harrison, we signed to the roster. And what's interesting about Jonathan Harrison is that I was looking up his stats, and the last time he played was actually in 2019. And we don't know what kind of center he's going to be. He hasn't played since 2019. I mean, last team he was on was last year was Atlanta Falcons. But the guy that we did, Matt Skura is signed to the practice squad. The guy that we did sign was Jonathan Harrison. He's 6'4", 300 pounds, wingspan of 33, I believe. He's 32 years old. And yeah, man. 2019 was the last year he started, and you know, he only played 10 games. So hope I think it's gonna be. That was a good signing, man.
For snow.
So yeah, I'm talking about this Sunday's game. Zach Wilson will be the starter. To be honest with you, I'm not worried about the defense. We have to worry about the defense, top 5 defense, but the offense, not so much. I think we got to run the ball, even though it could be skewed. Right now, the Jets are ranked 29th in run defense. So I think the best course of action will definitely shut the fuck up. I think the best course of action is to run the ball. Run the ball a lot more. Let Tyreek Hill have the night off. Like I said, forget about the 2,000 yards, because let's face it, that stat is for the name in the back, not the name in the front, and that's what the Dolphin fans have been waiting for. We need to start thinking about the team, put the team first, and we got a game plan without Tyreek Hill for this game, because at the end of the day, we're gonna have a lot tougher competition that we need him healthy for. The Cowboys, the Ravens, and definitely those trash ass Bills. They're gonna want to make it maybe it's a storyline thing, but I'm sure the NFL would love to have nothing more than have the last game be for the AFC East title. And another thing, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Belichick is out of New England, which I think is kind of funny. And I'm willing to bet they're going to start winning more games now, because he's going to be like, you know what? If it's fuck me, then you know it's fuck you, you know? But no, I believe that this game is going to mean a lot more to the Jets, because Zach Wilson's going to want to put on good tape. Who else? And Zach Wilson, and of course Robert Saleh is going to want to play for his job. You realize if Dallas beats Buffalo and Jacksonville beats Baltimore and Miami wins number 1 seed again. Shit. Hey. True, because if we beat the Jets, we'll still have a better division, because right now we only have 2 losses in the I think we only have 1 loss in the division. They have 2, I believe. So definitely that's going to help us out. Pipe dreams that Buffalo is going to make the playoffs. I agree with you 100%, Michael K. See, now Michael K is talking some sense. The Buffalo Bills making the playoffs is pipe dreams. Now put down the meth pipe because those dreams ain't happening. Mystery. Right now, Buffalo is going to be 11th seed, and I think by next week they'll be at 13th seed. Yeah. Bills are what? They're one game out of the playoff hunt. So that's Mystery 11th seed for you. That's right, Aquavision. Should rebuild in a different city. Hell no. And man, I'm excited. I mean, I'm not worried about this game. And shout out to my man Lewis. He told her, I'll never forget, Lewis said, it's funny when a quarterback, when another team's quarterback loses, people make excuses for that quarterback. But when our team lose, it's the end of the world. Any given Sunday is real. Yeah, I mean, so far, Jets are what? They haven't beaten Tua. Neither has Belichick. I think the only weakness that we have is pretty much that trash team in Eastern New York, or wherever in New York it's located. Some parts in New York unknown, but yeah, I think we need to give him. This team is going to play a lot better down the stretch. It's funny that you never know. Hey, look, that's why we play the game. I agree with you. Because if we knew, why the hell are we playing? Why not just fucking play the game? Why are we playing the game even? But I'm confident that this defense is gonna give Zach Wilson more than what he could handle. I think they learned something. I think they learned that they can't take games for granted. Yeah, I mean he's missed a couple of games in Cleveland and since in Kansas City, but I mean, and I'm not trying to take this team lightly, but why take the risk of playing him here? Raphael Courtright, what's going on, my man? Why take the risk? If we could beat the Jets, yeah, there was a hamstring issue. Good to know. I mean, so you think? So let me ask y'all this. So do you guys put in yes or no in the comment section? Do you guys think that Tyreek Hill should play? I'm trying to get y'all posts. Meaning that it's just you and us right now. No zipper. Do you guys really think? Please put it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. You think he should play? You think Tyreek Hill should play against the Jets? Aquavision says yes. And do you think they should run the ball more? Mudbone, we are one good play call away from winning the AFC. Raphael says yes. They should not be. Okay, Scar 305 says yes. Yes, because if we lose, we'll be Hill didn't play. Yeah. So in other words, you want to take that excuse out of the ether. You don't want to give them that. You don't want to give people that I got you moment. Oh. So let me. You know what's funny? Yes, they should run the ball more. I believe we should run the ball. I heard a stat today. That's crazy that we're number one in stats as far as rushing, but we're middle of the pack of we're middle of the pack of attempts. How does that make sense? CBA 3. Yes, everybody should be playing. There are more. The more you try to preserve guys, the more they get hurt. We tried it with Connor. Touche. I can't argue with you there. I can't argue with you there. I mean, and the same thing with Terran Armstead. We try to preserve Terran Armstead to no avail. So let me ask y'all this. This is the one question that I have for people. And maybe y'all can answer. CB, now that you're in the chat, you could is this team, everybody's saying that we need to run the ball more, to help open up the pass, but all season long from the beginning, people were saying that we're the type of team to pass to open up the run. Which one is it? Is the run game going to help open up the pass, or is the pass going to help open up the run? Because one could say, yeah, we need to run the ball more often so we could suck up the middle linebackers. Or we could say that, hey, having Tyreek Hill passing the ball is letting people get back there so the running backs could have better lanes. Kevin Lee's like, run first. I say run first, then pass. Do we have a second string coach? It's crazy. Two thighs on play action. You could use the play action. You aren't running the ball. Point well taken. Then why are it's funny? Why it's at the end of the day? Look, I'm still trying to figure out why is it that McDaniels said, and Lewis brought up a good point. He's saying he's telling us what we want to hear, but when it comes down to it, he's not keeping his word. He apologized to Raheem Mostert. He apologized to the Miami Dolphin fans, saying that he got stubborn, and now And now he's doing the same thing again. You know, McStubborn. That's brutal. But look, I don't think we have nothing to worry about. Yesterday's slip up. I mean, that's what the speculation is. Especially when he was on his own podcast saying that, hey, when he first met Mike McDaniel, what's the first thing he said to Mike McDaniel? 2,000 yards. That was the first thing he said to Mike McDaniels. So, of course, that narrative is going to... Is it true? Who knows? What's up, Tyrone Hall? Well, you know, CBA, funny enough that you should bring that up, because I remember I was at the Patriot game, New England Patriot game. And the one thing that I was proud of, I loved about that Patriot game, Mac Jones, whether you like to believe it or not, he was. I mean, the game was close. It was a close game. It was a 7-point difference, and we ran that 4-minute offense to perfection. And eventually we scored the last touchdown that made it out of reach. That was the one thing, the one great thing that I took away from that New England game was the fact that they ran that 4-minute offense. You know, hey, yes, please, John Feldline, hit the like button. You know, I mean, yeah, he wants a Super Bowl. But don't you think that 2,000 yard is gonna help cement his Hall of Fame career? He's already got a Super Bowl. You know, and another thing that I was thinking about, and I'm glad you brought that up, Aquavision, is the fact that, can you imagine what kind of resume you would have? Scrappy, what's going on, Scrappy? What kind of resume you would have if, hey, Tyreek Hill Shake Money. Shake Money. The host. You're the host. I hit the like button when you end the stream. All right, so you're going to end it at about another hour. I'll end it in another hour. Anyway, I'm ending it at 8 o'clock, so I guess you'll hit the like button at 8 o'clock. And I'll hit the like button for you. Well, you don't have a like button to hit, so who gives a fuck? Anyway, look. I think what kind of resume would that be for Mike McDaniel if, hey, Tyreek Hill hit his stride, Tyreek Hill played his best football under my watch with Tua Tagovailoa. You know, Tyreek Hill he played with Patrick Mahomes. He played with a great offensive line. He played with Kelsey and these other guys, but yet he had his best year when he was with me and not Andy Reid. What's going on, EM? Don't you think that that'll make his resume look a little bit better? As if, hey, statistically, yeah, Andy Reid. I had, Carla, you there? Crypto, you there? There you are. I had my
Yeah.
that's, don't you think that'll make him look better? That Tyreek Hill played better under me than he did with Andy Reid. I got
Wait a minute,
Andy.
I missed everything, Jake.
Huh?
I missed everything. What happened?
No, I was just talking. I just brought this up. That said that Tyreek Hill. It'll make whatchamacallit, McDaniel look a lot. His resume look a lot better. That he was the coach that helped Tyreek Hill achieve the 2,000 yards. Yeah,
Right.
especially with Tua Tagovailoa at the quarterback
With
position,
Tua.
the one that said
Right.
that will never amount to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that would be him.
Huh?
Yeah, that would be him trying to get kill that narrative and also help his own personal resume.
Pretty much. And let me ask you this question, since we're here, right? You got two I'm pointing out two hypocrisies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the first one. The first one about how when Tua loses a game, right?
Right.
When Patrick Mahomes loses a game, or when Patrick, let's stick with Patrick Mahomes. When Patrick Mahomes lost the first game, everybody was saying, well, the only reason they lost the Lions is because they didn't have Kelsey, whatever. Kelsey was out, and they blamed it on the injuries.
Even with Kelsey out, they still could have won the game.
I know, but I'm saying that was the main
receivers that did something
narrative.
that Kelsey
saying?
didn't do. Right. Yeah.
And
that he didn't have Kelsey. Yeah.
Yeah, when we lost yesterday, we still could have won, but it wasn't for. I don't think yesterday's loss was because of lack of Tyreek Hill. It was more like offensive linemen and a brain fart, because at the end of the day, we still had a chance to.
Well, we wasn't doing nothing really when Tyreek was in there.
Yeah.
I think that's what gets overshadowed. Even when he was available, we were still kind of to get things on the field. But my brother said his whole was try to make us play side to side and not north south. Wanted us to go east and west, and that was his thing, try to push everything to the boundary. That's what he was trying to do. That's what my goal was. He said,
"You're breaking up
out of the middle of the field." How about now?
Yeah. Oh, look!
Can you hear me now?
Look, they let him out of the basement. Mark,
oh, wow.
What's going on, Mark?
Out of the basement. Yeah.
Yeah, they let him out of the basement.
How about that? Right.
Don't worry, he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back in lockdown when the Cowboys beat
Buffalo
them next week.
When they finally official out of it. He think they got a fighting chance now. They all coming out of the woodworks now.
Yeah.
It's funny how that worked. Now they got some glimmer of hope.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Unfortunately, we was the team that gave them that hope. That's what sucked. We gave them hope, Shake Bunny.
That's right. But I agree with him. We should have chewed that clock. And you know what made but you know what was funny is, what made Tua look bad? My man of the hour sports, what's going on, my brother? Is the fact that, by the way, wasn't it funny on Insomnia? I brought that the Hakeem reference.
The who?
Remember, I brought up the Coming to America reference. On Insomnia.
For Yeah, and it happened. It played out that way in that game. That's why I said,
Yeah,
unfortunately, now we got to suffer through a Niners Super Bowl victory.
yeah.
That's what happened
So,
that year.
so let me ask you this. So here we go. What I think what really made the situation look worse was the fact that you had what was that Tommy DeVito in the
Uh-huh.
last drive get into field goal range, and that's all we needed to do was get into field goal range. So you're telling me that Danny
Yep.
DeVito, of Tommy DeVito, a guy that we never heard of, could get his team into a field goal range, but our quarterback couldn't do the same thing.
Right. That is true. He did it. That was both games was set up for the same kind of ending.
Pretty
A
much.
quarterback leading them down the field for the game clinching victory.
And I tell you what, they even listen. He didn't even have to do it the second drive. The drive before that, when they scored the first touchdown, all he had to do was
The first
score a
touchdown.
field goal in that drive. Either if it was the
Either
first drive or
right.
the last drive, either of
Or
those
the
drives,
last drive, right.
we scored field goal. The game was out of reach.
Right. A lot of people just thinking about the final drive. Yeah. We had 2 chances to get 3 points. That's what compounded it.
All we needed was to get 3 points in one of them. We didn't have to get the second one. We could have got the first one. And
that
still
would have been the second drive would have been moot point. Yep. Yeah. The veto actually did it against the Packers. Wow. Now Green Bay is finding life. You know? Go figure.
No, I don't think. Look, FinMily, to be answering the question, he did a 2-minute drive against the Chargers. He did a 2-minute drive last against the Bills. So I think I think he's done it before. And like the one thing I agree with you,
They
Crypto,
go to immediately go to
times. The one check mark that he needs to check off is the playoff win. Regular season, he's checked it off. He's
right.
had clutch moments.
That's the finals part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why people get obsessed over regular season check boxes. It's 2-part the analysis to become the franchise quarterback. How great are you in the regular season, and how great are you in the playoffs? That to me was what makes a franchise quarterback. It's a 2-part process.
And this one too. This is true. You had a blocked field goal early in the game. That always you know.
Yeah,
So,
that was one of them though. That was totally Christian Wilkins missed an assignment that allowed him there. The guy we want to play 30 million, so the guy came off the edge, pressured the kicker into
what the hell was he doing on the
block.
fucking blocking anyway?
Right, that's what I was trying to figure out. I thought I saw him in there, and he was on that play.
Oh Lord!
Unless I got the numbers screwed up. Yeah.
Because and didn't remember? I think didn't Belichick block a field goal too?
Yeah.
In New England,
he did.
you were there.
Yeah. In the New England game. Yep, I was at that game. Ready field goal block.
But
yep.
And now I talked about the hypocrisy. Now here's a hypocrisy that the Tuineers do that you gotta you gotta love it. You know, Justin Herbert is a choke artist. Justin Herbert isn't the quarterback. But however, they want to, and I agree with this. Tua is a young maturation quarterback. And guess what? So is Justin Herbert. So is all these guys that are still saying they're choke artists. They're still developing. They're still learning. You know what I mean?
Right. We want to say that they're developing. Right.
You know, and by the way,
we willing to give everybody in that class the developmental label then.
You know, everybody still has a chance to learn.
Become their franchise guy.
Eventually, Josh Allen will win an overtime game eventually, one of these days,
Eventually, right. Right.
to make him
Eventually he will
1-7
win in
instead of
overtime.
0-7.
Right.
I just hope it's not on week 18. Because
Right.
the Dolphins, no matter who the damn coach is, we always give everybody team their first.
Yeah. That's why I said when I did my it feels like deja vu episode that this week last year was the actual Charger game, and lo and behold, Mike Vrabel used some similar tactics to the Chargers did to us last year by trying to push our receivers on the boundary and take the middle of the field away from us. Similar tactics, eerily similar, where our offense struggled mightily. We had 66 yards passing in the first half, 0 points on offense in the first 3.5 quarters. It was eerily similar to this time last year against the Chargers. So how is my deja vu playing out so far? Except for the Washington Commanders game, it picked right back up in this time last year. The same type of performance on offense.
So I'm gonna drop the link from one person at a time. Y'all gonna get at least 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next caller. But if there's no caller, me and you will get back to the topic in hand. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got. I'm gonna give everybody 5 minutes. One and done. That's it. Once you hear what you got to say, 5 minutes.
They doing the curly shuffle?
Huh?
Are they doing the curly shuffle?
What's that?
You remember the Three Stooges episode?
Oh yeah.
The curly shuffle?
No, I never. I gotta look that up. What is that?
Yeah, it was the curly shuffle. It was a song they had came out a long time ago, and it had the Three Stooges in it. It's called the Curly Shuffle.
Damn.
The curly shuffle. Hey Mo.
But you know what's funny is, like for instance, if it was Kansas City or these other teams, they lost. Next week they're gonna. I feel bad for the next. Yeah, trust me. I think we're gonna take out our frustrations on. We're gonna show you who we really are next week. This is gonna help. These next, like you said, remember, we did what's that? The thing you said. Now the season starts. This is it's starting now, and these next 5 games are gonna show us who we are.
Right. Yep.
I remember the Miami Miracle. Remember the Miami Miracle?
Right.
After they lost that Miami Miracle, they didn't lose any more after that. I mean, there was a lot of
No, we didn't win anymore after that.
We didn't win anymore, but they didn't lose anymore though.
Oh, they didn't. Yeah, the Patriots.
Yeah, they won all their games.
Both teams went in the opposite direction, right?
Well, I mean, total opposite.
All right.
But I'm looking forward to what I'm definitely like I said, one of the things I think is we need to run the game ball more. I think we didn't have a chance for the last one, did we? Or was he I think he came back for a little bit, right? I think that was a chance first game back.
He was there.
Mistaken?
He was there the whole game.
Huh?
I'm talking about against the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was there. Like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think he was there. Unless he, or what's that? What's his name? Wilson.
Kevin Lee, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. And you know what's gonna happen, Kevin Lee? We're gonna win out, and
it's always somewhere down the middle, which means we're gonna split the.
You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna win out, and the NFL is not gonna they're gonna vote us out the playoffs like they did FSU. How can we vote? We're the number 1 seed. I'm sorry. The Texans, the Texans and the Alabama team are gonna go ahead of you. How can that be possible? Alabama don't even have a team.
Right. Now it's officially a week by week league.
Yeah.
Winning week by week. You can never take out who opponent you play, how they played the previous week now.
I'm just hey Kevin Lee, trust me, my bad. I was mad. Listen, I'm not happy about that decision. I'm with y'all, man. Y'all got robbed. To be honest with you, FSU got robbed, and I'm a Gator fan. But anyway, that's
Did
not
they?
neither here nor there nor there.
So you tell me
What's
they know
going
how
on,
it
Liz?
feels to be robbed?
So,
Do you know how it feels to be robbed?
I mean,
Is that what you're saying about FSU?
oh yeah,
Is that how it feels to be robbed?
they might go from right here. They might go to the Pac-10.
Huh. Wow. The Pac-10. They need to be in the. We'll give them an honorary toilet bowl. They could play the Gators in the annual toilet bowl.
And what is it? That's the whatchamacallit? That's it's hosted by the Hurricanes. Yeah.
They could play the Florida State against the freaking Gators, man. The annual toilet bowl, the inaugural toilet bowl.
Mm-hmm. And the Canes could play in the ain't shit bowl. There you go. Toilet ain't shit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, hey, I'm Sadowski. I can't wait for that. Week 1, 2024.
What if Belichick goes to them with Rodgers? That's not happening.
Yeah. Hey, like
Robert
I said,
Saleh has life. He's breathed life into that team in 1 week. All because Wilson came back, who should have never gotten benched, and then he found his mojo against a playoff Texan team. Go figure. And then the Jets defense does what they do again against top-rated quarterbacks.
My man Matt Hour says they're playing their the Canes are playing their bowl at Trash Pile Stadium.
Yeah.
you know what Trash Pile is, right? You're not from Miami. Obviously, you don't know what Trash Pile is. It's the
no.
It's the where the high schools play their games.
What's the name of it?
Trash Pile Stadium. That's the mecca of the South.
It sounds like Trash Pile. Sounds like the waste management laboratory is there in Gainesville, Florida.
What's going on, Papa Paul? How you doing?
Hey, Louis,
pretty good. I wanted to hear. See,
how y'all doing? What's up, Louis?
Crypto? Doing pretty good, Papa Paul and Louis.
What's good, fellas?
I wanted a quote from you.
We're just talking about the freaking Gators being in the trash capital of the world.
We're not talking about the trash Canes right now.
Hey,
anyway, listen. I want to bring up. I'm glad you're here because I wanted to. A few weeks ago, you kicked up a hornet's nest because you were saying that these other quarterbacks, when they lose, they get a million fucking excuses for them. But, let's keep the same energy when we lose a game. And lo and behold, your prediction was right. They don't keep the same energy. Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. He wasn't at fault, but at the same time, they make all the excuses for Patrick Mahomes. They make all the excuses for Joe Burrow. But once it's Tua, it's all his fault, and that's it. End of discussion.
And it's BS.
Listen, you know why I stand, Shake. No one ever gets 100% of the blame.
I told everybody, but real quick, before we address that issue.
Yeah.
I was somewhere else, right? I've been.
And by the way, I appreciate you being on the Miami Sports Music because other than crypto, you're the the best take. You had the best takes on that show, by the way.
Listen, I save Miami sports music a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I go up there and I save them a lot.
Yeah, EM had a bad night last night on CB83 show. That's why I was trying to text you, Lewis. You could have been hemming them up with them Viking takes. You could have just killed all that just in that one statement right there. It's like leaving it on the platter.
I was killing them anyway, Crypto. Don't worry about it. You already know how I do. But I listen, I was surprised to hear, and now that I'm here, I even see it. Where has Mark been at?
They let him out of the basement.
I know they did let him out.
Wait a minute. So Mark is poking his bird chest out when we lose a game, but we're 9-4. He pokes his bird chest out when his team is 7-6. We know, we all know, the season is over. You guys ain't winning the division. And now all of a sudden he pokes up. What has he been saying in the chat? Where's going on? What's going on with Mark?
I think Amicus already sent you a down payment, Lewis. Didn't Amicus send you the down payment, Lewis?
Bro, these Buffalo Bill fans. Listen, I know everybody's heard me say the same before. The sun shines on a dog's ass from time to time. That's what happened in Kansas City. The sun was shining. It hit y'all in the ass. Congratulations. The fact of the matter is, Buffalo's still trash. We know they're trash. The season is over. You're probably going to get your ass kicked in Dallas. But what I really want to happen,
it's in Buffalo. The game's in Buffalo.
It don't matter. I'm saying they're probably going to lose to Dallas. But that's not even what I want. I want them to beat Dallas. I want them to beat whoever they play next. After that, I want them to get that. I want them to get that win. I want them to be sky high. I want them to be right where they think they have a chance. Because when you guys hit Hard Rock Stadium week 18, and that sun is shining in that beautiful stadium of ours, we are whooping the ever-living dog shit out of the Buffalo Bills. And I would love nothing more for you guys to be riding sky high and for my foot to be right up y'all's motherfucking ass at the end. Because I promise you I will be there.
I'm going to be there
all up.
Amen, brother.
So Lou, Shake Money going to be in the building.
How do you know it's not a primetime game?
They're not going to do it at night, Can't be.
Hey, Crypto, Shake, and Papa Paul, I just got a simple question. And this is where I don't, you see, I know. I don't even, again, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. The fact of the matter is, though, look how stupid, and I'm sorry to use the word stupid, but look how stupid these people are, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael K. Michael K says, Titans. You're right, Michael K. The Miami Dolphins lost to the Tennessee Titans, Michael K. Now, I'm going to go out of here, and I'm going to go in the chat, and I'm going to put Broncos with a question mark. Because my team beat the Broncos 70-20. And you guys at home lost to the fucking Broncos. You dumb fuck.
What about the Jets?
Broncos question mark, you're right.
New York Jets question mark?
That's another one, Lewis. The Jets.
These fucking people don't fucking, get it. What are we talking about here? We had a loss. We have 4 of them. You guys have losses. You have 6 of them. What are you like? Slow. Are they ugly? They got war hogs for women out in Buffalo. They're just stupid too.
Big time.
Stupid.
Hey, listen.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 48-20. 48-20. Remember. Hey, look. 48-20. Listen, we'll hang up your Week 4 Super Bowl champions. Your Super Bowl was Week 4.
Right, that's it. That's
like
close to getting Shake Money.
You guys have an in-season. You guys are the in-season champions. Congratulations.
So Chris Berman was right. They got half the equation. Buffalo played their Super Bowl, won it in Week 4, but they're not playing the 49ers. So that part, Chris Berman still hasn't gotten right in 30 years.
And as bad as we played that day, y'all could only put up 48.
Right. Chris Berman is wrong again. He can keep picking y'all every year all he wants.
Hey, Josh Allen, you're right. You did blow us out, and we blew the Broncos out. What did you do to the Broncos?
Yep.
Oh, you lost because any given Sunday, again, the sun shines on a dog's ass from time to time. The fact of the matter is, the Miami Dolphins are better than the Buffalo Bills. The Miami Dolphins, all these Buffalo fans that are coming out here trolling the Miami Dolphins. Again, I don't know where y'all in school or how math works and wherever y'all are from, but I know 4 losses is better than 6 losses. Miami has 4, you guys have 6. I know
Absolutely.
that
That's the
9
way math
is
works,
more than
Lewis.
that 9 is more than 7. The Miami Dolphins have 9 wins. You guys have 7. The fact of the matter is, you're the bottom feeders of the AFC East. Hopefully, your season doesn't end this Sunday with Dallas. Because again, let me be very clear. I want the Miami Dolphins to end the Buffalo season. Because there would be nothing more that I would love.
Right.
To be in the building week 18, sitting in the beautiful Hard Rock Stadium with my foot in Amicus' ass, Josh Allen's ass, Sal's ass, and Michael K, Mark, all your asses. I cannot fucking wait. You're the bottom feeders of the division. It's Miami's division. We all know that. Come to accept it and just live with it.
Any given Sunday, the worst team can beat the best team, and the worst team in the NFL did beat the best team. That was week 4.
Right, Papa Paul. The worst team, the Bills beat. Exactly, Papa Paul.
You
The
know what
Bills
I'm
are the
talking
worst.
about, and
Yep.
so do they.
And Michael K, you might be right. The Bills might be favored week 18. I know the Bills ain't favored going into week 15.
They
Because
definitely
Dallas
not.
By the way, Canes were
Yeah.
favored yesterday. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Dallas is
That's
favored to
true.
go into
That's
Buffalo.
true.
So
Take
what are
that
you
point.
saying? When was the last time? When was the last
Hell,
time the
Pittsburgh
Miami
was
Dolphins?
favored.
When was the last time the Miami Dolphins were not favored at home?
Yeah, what's that? The Green Bay Packers were favored.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about here?
I haven't unpacked yet, Crypto. I haven't unpacked the changes that our loss has caused in the projections yet. I'm gonna here soon, just because I have to track it, even as bad as I track the stuff so you guys don't have to. So you don't have to gouge your eyes out by looking at the fact that our percentages have probably gone down, as expected in a loss. Right. But I'm really curious. I almost want to unpack it right here live.
Yeah, they only went down
and get
because
the
we're
reaction
no
right
longer
away.
number
Because
one, though.
it'd be hilarious if they didn't change
It
at
would have
all.
stayed
And
the
Buffalo
same.
still has no shot at making the playoffs.
Right. It would have stayed the same had we been number 1, but it only
Well,
went
had
down
it been Dallas, it would have probably stayed the same, because I'm sure Dallas was already baked into the projections.
Percentages diminishes. Who cares about
But
percentages?
unfortunately,
We're just gonna go out
Tennessee
and
was
win it
not
all.
baked into the projections,
It
and
wasn't
I'm
baked
pretty
into
sure
that
it
one.
affected us.
I'm
I haven't
sure
looked
what.
yet, but
Yeah.
but
Being
we're
the
still
14th
really
was
high.
bad.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's still, again, when you're 96% to win the division, you've got room. Even if we drop to 85%, you're still 85% to win the division. Like, it's still a high percentage.
So, Mark, you could probably go back in your hole again, and come back out in week 18 and see if you're still alive.
I mean, with all of these probability percentages, they've had our record projected at 12-5. So we theoretically still have a game to go before those projections should change much.
Yeah, it'll probably be 11-6, if not, but at the worst case scenario, 11-6.
I'm gonna guess 11-6,
Unless,
but we could now. Well, we're probably at now, without looking at, we're probably at the low end of 12-5, where you have to round up instead of round down. You know,
it's definitely 11-6 if we were to drop to the Jets
see,
without even looking.
Right now, according to ESPN's analytics, the model is slightly more favorable towards the Dolphins, giving the team a 95% chance of making the playoffs as things stand, and an 85% chance of winning the division.
Wait, so we dropped 4% to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
4%, yeah.
Because
remember, all those other teams that was behind us, most of them lost. They went to 7-6 instead of 8-5.
Right. We dropped this. We did take a big hit to win the division. We dropped to 76.8.
Well, it says here 85% chance of winning the division by ESPN's analytics.
That's where I'm looking right now. I'm showing 80.
So
80.
ESPN.
I'm showing
So it went from
76.8 to win the division.
94 to 86. So we're gonna drop 8%. After
And our
that
record
game.
projection did drop to 12 to 11 and 6. However, our chances of making the divisional round of the playoffs didn't go down much. We went from 83% to 71%. So we're still well above 50% to win a playoff game.
Right, because they still got us facing a certain team in that first round.
Of course. The pool of teams we'd be playing, they're factoring that in, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
that hasn't changed.
Like we said last week, these projections mean nothing, and they still mean nothing because it's up to the players to make them reality anyway. Let's say it could easily change just as much if we get, let's say, what most would consider to be a surprise win over Dallas. Those projections go right back up to where they were last week. Instantly.
Unless they was factoring us not to win that game.
Well, I doubt it. Well, that's what I'm saying, Crypto. So the trade-off would be Tennessee. We weren't supposed to lose to Tennessee, and we're not supposed to beat Dallas. So those projections would just flip anyway, and we would earn back the spot we were at before we lost to Tennessee. Winning the Jets isn't going to change much. It'll go up a little bit. It'll go up a little bit winning against the Jets, but it won't go back up to where it was before the Titans until we do something like beat the Cowboys.
Right. Well, the Jets will make it plummet to 7 losses on the season if they.
No, I'm saying if we beat the Jets, we'll go up a little bit, but we won't go back up to where we were until we beat a team like the Cowboys.
Right. You have to beat the Cowboys and the Bills or the Ravens to make up.
And what's crazy is if we win out, we still end up with the number 1 seed if we win out, because we'll have the head-to-head tie with the Ravens. Even if they finish with the same record and we win out, we'll both have 4 losses, but we'll have the head-to-head tie.
And see, Michael K., you're in danger of straw manning me because the fact of it is, I did say that I have said repeatedly, even during a game, that until the clock hits 0, it'll never show 100% probability. We were at 99% when we were up 2 touchdowns last week in the Titans game. It was never going to show 100% until the clock hit 0, and the Titans proved why. So you're right, and I have acknowledged that thousands of times, bro. So don't even try to straw man.
You said it, not until it hit 00, or even when it was 2 minutes and 47 seconds and we was only down by 6 or by 6.
At the point when we were up by 2 touchdowns, there were 99 ways for us to win and 1 way for the Titans to win. And the Titans found that way. That way still existed, and they found it.
Out of that 1%, right? That's how my options used to be when I'm playing stock options. I would have a 90+% probability. 1 move in the stock price in one direction, it flips. Just 1 move.
Yeah, see,
you could also say there were 99 ways for us to win it and 1 way for us to lose it, and we found that 1 way.
Looking here, it also says when we win against the Jets, we will have a 99% chance of making the playoffs. And if we lose,
the playoff probability will go back up to what it was, obviously.
Yeah.
But if we lose, it's still 86% chance. But we're not going to lose on Sunday, plain and simple.
Well, the playoff chance works, but the division probability
now. I'm assuming you're over at New York Times now, right, Papa Paul? Because they do the forward projection.
I'm doing the NFL next gen stats.
Oh, they got one too. Okay, cool. I'll have to go look it up. But I'm wondering where does our chances of winning the division go back up to if we beat the Jets?
Well, if winning the division,
it may stay the same. If they don't think
it might go up 4% or so, 4 or 5%, but it's not going to get back to that 90% something until we beat the Cowboys.
No.
Or if the Bills lose again, like if the Bills lose to the Cowboys. Yes, that's right, Michael K. You guys still got to play them too.
That's right.
One strange thing that really throws the numbers
Dumbasses.
into haywire. If the Bills are underdogs and they win and we lose to the Jets, that probability is now coming close to 50-50.
Right.
Yeah. And then hold on. Then the Buffalo fans say that the Denver Broncos has 0 chance against the Buffalo Bills.
I think any team has any chance
Yeah,
against
that
it.
will be. Yeah, that'll throw those numbers way off if
It's all about
if both
Right.
underdogs
it's all about
win
it's
next
all
week.
about probabilities, you know.
Right now, our division percentage to win the division is 82%.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be higher than that actually.
This
Yeah.
is the NFL next gen stats.
Yep.
After
I
the
gotta get on
Jets,
one of these.
It was until we lost to the Titans, a team we
Until
weren't
last
supposed
week.
to lose to.
No, this is the next gen stats on the same page that I was just reading off of for the playoffs.
Right.
This is playoff picture entering week 15.
right.
For
If you beat the Jets, then
82%.
82% right now.
Right, but they're
To win the
basing off
division.
who's underdog and who's favorite. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, if those underdogs both win, those projections change drastically.
Oh yeah.
if the Jets somehow pull off the upset and the Bills beat Dallas, Buffalo controls their own Buffalo controls their own destiny to win the division. They
That's
just have
when
to.
it goes into true
right.
haywire.
Yeah.
Right now.
You're saying that, Josh, but what you don't realize
I
is
mean, they
what
gotta,
you don't realize
Dolphins
is,
gotta
bro,
lose. Dolphins got to lose 2 games. Then
Yeah.
you can control your own destiny.
that's your
Yeah,
only
because-
way to
right.
even make the playoffs is to win the division. You act like they're separate.
No, I still think, Color, like I said a couple weeks ago, that regardless of the division, I think a 9-8
Well-
team is going to be the 7th seed.
Okay, but you have
Well,
to
they
be.
might be the 6th
It
seed.
doesn't
too,
matter what the scenario. If the Miami Dolphins finish with 12 wins,
Right.
even if we already have 12 when we come to face you guys, when you guys come into Miami,
Mm-hmm.
you have to beat the Miami Dolphins to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every
by the way,
scenario, bro.
Oh yeah,
Here's the other thing.
Well, I don't
If-
think the
if-
7th
hold on,
seed need to
Josh
win
Allen,
And
11
if I'm
games.
not mistaken,
No,
you have
hold on,
to
hold
win
on.
every
Let me
single
say something real
game
quick.
on the
Color.
way
No, that
to
would
doing
mean that they
No.
required to win 11
If
games.
either
I think-
if you're tied
For the
if you're
7th
tied
seed.
with
No.
if you're tied with the Broncos or the Bengals, you're
Right.
out because they got the tiebreakers against you.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
in a 2-way tie, but a 3-way tie, it goes to a
along with
3-way
having to
tiebreaker.
beat the Dolphins, you have to.
Yeah.
Say it again, Color. Or you broke up. Can you guys hear Color? He was going to say something.
Yeah.
You can lose the last 4 and you still have to worry about the last game of the season. It's all about the last game of the season, regardless, moving forward. Now, my issue is nobody wanted Buffalo to lose because they wanted
Y'all-
KC to
y'all
lose
can
because
try
they
to
were
come
getting
into our
greedy because they
living
wanted the
room.
first. They wanted the first
What's
overall.
going on here, Cap, is the Buffalo fans are trying to come into our living room and scoreboard watch.
And that
for the
wouldn't have happened if they
division
would have
and
lost.
the top seed and all that.
Yeah,
And
but they
don't
won.
realize they still got a scoreboard watch for the damn playoffs to begin with.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have mattered if they would have
No, but-
lost last week. They would have been
Color.
eliminated, period.
If Buffalo
No, they
Color,
wouldn't
if,
have been eliminated.
Color,
They'd
if
be on the
Buffalo-
brink. They wouldn't be
if Bu-
totally eliminated.
yeah, if
From what
Buffalo
I'm saying,
beats
from the
Dallas,
AFC East, that would have been ours if we would
Because
have
there's
won.
too many teams with 7 wins.
No, what I'm saying is the AFC East would have been ours if they lost last week.
No,
Now they just
guys.
left it open.
It
There
doesn't
are-
matter
there are-
what Buffalo
Color.
does. If Miami
There-
gets to 12 wins, Buffalo cannot win the division.
They
Period.
can. I know,
Right.
but I'm saying if they went out like Buddy just said, all
No.
bets are off.
they don't even
All they
have
need
to.
is one loss by us and then
Okay.
winning out for them
Exactly.
to win the division.
Exactly.
If we go 12-5, it's done. Forget about it.
They cannot
Right.
win the division if we get to 12 wins. Period.
I know that, Color. I'm talking about the playoffs. I'm
Right.
saying there are multiple scenarios where if the Bills beat Dallas, there's like multiple scenarios where if they just get to 10 wins, they're in the playoffs.
You guys can't even beat freaking the Jets, bro.
Color, I played it out in the ESPN playoff machine like 5 different ways, man.
I mean,
10
okay,
10 wins is-
mathematically, you're
10
right,
wins
but
is 10 wins is the magic number. Now, like I said, depending on how things play out,
Right.
there's
And
going
if
to be a
you-
9-8
the
team that
7th
gets
seed
in.
is no
here's
way.
the thing.
The 7th
If
seed
you lose
needs
to the
11 wins.
Cowboys,
That's
you're done.
impossible.
If we lose to the Cowboys, we don't get the top seed. Do you see the
No,
difference
if we
here?
lose to the Cowboys, we can lose the division if Buffalo wins out.
Could. I'm talking about all other things being equal, all
Right.
other wins happening. If we lose
We
to
can't
the Cowboys,
lose no more games before we play them. That's the thing.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He is speaking as if they win all their games. So I'm going to do the same. I wish you guys would stop cramping my style.
Yes.
No, I said 10 color. I didn't. There are multiple scenarios.
Well, 10 can get you in at the 6th seed or the 5th seed.
Yeah. There's even a scenario. I played it out on.
If the man I'm debating is talking about winning out, then I'm talking about winning out too. So in that scenario,
Is that Amicus? Who's saying winning out?
Scenario, if they lose to Dallas, they're done. If we lose to Dallas, we just don't get the top seed.
They're done for the division, but not necessarily the playoff. They're not
Exactly.
eliminated.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But if they would have lost last week, none of this would even matter.
But did you just hear? It's like they don't even hear what I'm saying. What happens if we win out?
We get the number 1 seed.
Then
we beat Buffalo. That's what happens if we win out. We beat Buffalo.
Please let me out.
There's multiple scenarios, color.
So if they lose to Dallas, they're done if both teams win out otherwise.
Correct.
No, that would be them only having 8 losses.
And if we lose to Dallas, we just don't get the top seed.
So what if Buffalo wins out?
Pittsburgh has done all of the scenarios. The Bills, no matter what happens, if we get to 12 wins, the Bills have to beat the Dolphins to make the playoffs.
Okay, what we need to do, given to both teams' history, to be fair, we need to do apocalyptic situations for both teams to see whether or not both teams can miss the playoffs or make it. In either scenarios, in all scenarios.
Yeah, there's a very small chance that if depends on how you run the ESPN playoff machine. Have to do it again. It's a small chance, but there's a small chance that Buffalo goes 9-8.
If a certain team goes 3-1, if a certain team goes 0-4,
Miss Skins and I ran it for an hour Monday night after the game. Go watch the show, and we could not find a scenario where the Buffalo Bills lose to Miami, who has 12 wins, and make the playoffs. We couldn't find it.
If Miami has 12 wins, that's the caveat.
Is that not what the fuck I said?
No, I know it's a caveat. That's all I'm saying.
So then why are you straw manning me with another freaking argument?
I'm not I'm not arguing with
I've
you.
been arguing with
Color,
I'm
not arguing with you. We're just talking about different scenarios. That's all.
Hey, Color, there's no way that they can make it in at 10-7.
Yes.
Yeah, Buffalo can make it in at 10-7, but not if they lose to us.
Right. That's what Color's saying. They have 12 wins.
Like every scenario we ran where Buffalo loses to us, 10-7 or not, they can't make the playoffs.
That's only because of extra conference loss.
It has to do with their division record or their conference record or some shit.
But isn't that predicated on the Cleveland and the Colts and Houston, all of them also being 10-7? Because what if those teams finish 9-8?
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Then if Buffalo get 10 wins, they get in above any of them.
That's a good point.
Color's talking about 12 wins.
No.
That's us having 12. We're out of the equation. The other
teams
that's involved for the final 3 spots.
I'm just saying, even if they lose to us, let's just say
there's 6 teams right now. There is 6 teams ahead of Buffalo for the playoffs.
But with the same
but they're
record,
all
tied.
and
They're playing each other.
It's all tied.
Buffalo don't
No,
play neither one of them.
No, it's not all tied.
Yes, Papa Paul. If the Bills beat Dallas,
the only one that has a better record than them that's above them are.
I guess you're missing it.
Are the Cleveland Browns, which are 8-5.
Out of all the teams that's 7-6, 5 of them playing each other.
Yeah,
Buffalo plays none of those teams that's tied at 7-6.
Papa Paul. If the Bills beat Dallas, there's like a 90% chance they're already in the playoffs, right at that spot after week 16. So
Cleveland wins 2 games, Pittsburgh wins 3 games, and then Houston wins 3 games. There you go. You can win 3 games.
They're not winning 3 games
Papa
because they play each other more than once.
Play each other.
You're not listening,
That's what y'all fail to realize.
You're not listening, Papa Paul. If the Bills beat Dallas, they will be in the playoffs, like highly likely, like 90%, and then they will control their own destiny. They could probably even drop a game if the Dolphins don't get the 12 wins, like Color said, and still get in with 10 wins.
Let me ask you this: if we haven't clinched the
because
AFC
those
East,
7 and 6 teams play each other, if not once
exactly.
or twice down the stretch, they're giving each other losses.
Yeah, they knock each other out.
If we would have clinched the AFC East, wouldn't we have clinched it by now?
No. We have. I mean,
No,
we have to literally.
it's not enough
Technically,
games.
Okay, so then that means they still have a
12.
chance to win the AFC East. Is my point.
Who, Buffalo?
Not
Yes, if we lose one more game before we play them.
Listen.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Let Tony finish, guys.
The only way Buffalo could get the division, we have to lose every game, and they have to win every game. That's the only way they win the division.
They
That's
have
what I
to
just
lose.
said earlier. Yeah.
We just have to lose one more game, and
Yeah.
they win every game.
No. Pause. Let's go through the records. I've been through this 100 times.
No. You gotta look at it. There's 2 game separation in the
Let
loss.
me explain it to you.
Let Tony explain and then respond.
I'm saying we only need to lose one more before we play them.
To you why?
You can't say no because we will be AFC East champs right now.
No, Tony. What I'm saying is,
let's say we lose every game. We
don't need to lose every game. We only need to lose one more game, and they win out.
Let me explain to you. I'm gonna tell you why you're incorrect. Let's just say we lose every game, and we show up at that game at 9-7. They win every game, and they show up at that game at 10-6. If we beat them, we both become 10-7. Because we have a better divisional record at 4-2 at that point, and a better conference record,
but not head to head.
Tiebreaker against them,
right?
So we literally have to lose every game, and they have to win every game to win the division.
Facts.
But that's not us losing.
We'll
every game.
have the same. We'll have the same.
I know. I
record
said,
and
hold
things.
on. No.
We both will have only 2
I
losses.
said the
We'll
only
have
way they
divisional
can
loss.
win the division, which means going into that
that's
last
the
game.
divisional loss.
If we
they'll have
lose
3
every
divisional
game
losses.
until we get to Buffalo, we will
they'll
go
have
into
3
that
divisional
game.
losses.
No, hold on. Let me explain to you something here. Buffalo is 7-6, correct? We're 9-4. I'm gonna show you how easy it is for them to win the division. We don't have to lose every game. If we lose, let's say hypothetically to the Jets, if Buffalo wins out, which includes beating us, which means we only lost 2 games, not 3 or all 4, they would be division champions because they will have a better record and win the tiebreaker by sweeping us.
No, they won't. If they win,
yes, they will.
If we beat Miami, if we beat Miami,
I just explained it.
Yeah, Crypto just
if we
explained
lose
it.
one game prior to playing them and they went
They
out,
have to
which
beat
means
us.
they swept us.
all the time.
Yes, Crypto. They have to beat us.
Right.
That's what I've been saying.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying, which means we don't have to lose every game for them to win the division. We lose
Yes,
one game prior to playing them.
Because if we don't lose, if we lose 2 more right now, Crypto, we only have 6 losses.
Right, which means if they beat us on the last week of the season, they would have swept us.
You guys are saying the same thing without in your art. You guys are
you're not listening,
guys. Every scenario
I'm saying that we don't have to lose all 4.
Right,
we lose 2.
Yes, we do, because if we have 4 more games left.
Guys, it's real simple.
And they have 4 more.
It's very simple. Color already said it. Every scenario where Buffalo wins the division, they have to beat Miami. Every scenario.
Listen, if we lose 2 more now, hold on, Crypto. If we
that would
lose
include
2 more
against
now,
them.
we will only have 6. We will only have 6 losses.
Right, which means if we lose to, you don't get it. If we lost to them already, if they beat us the last game, that is the tiebreaker for them. Both teams are 11-6.
He's saying, Color's saying the main point he made was every scenario where if Buffalo hypothetically wins the division,
I'm giving you a scenario where we don't have to lose every game and still lose the division. That's what I'm saying.
Buffalo would have to beat Miami in the last game of the year. Every scenario.
That's a no-brainer.
Hold on.
I just said if they win out and we lose one game before we beat them.
No, every scenario requires Buffalo to beat Miami.
Yeah, it's not any more complicated. Color said
obviously, that's what I'm counting. That's what I mean by definition if they win out.
Yeah, this is what Crypto's
saying. Which means we only need to lose one more game prior to that event.
Right. I agree. I understand what you're saying, Crypto. I agree.
Yeah. Look, all right, this is what Crypto's saying. If we're 7, if we only have 5 losses when we're playing them in the week 18 and they beat us, they get the tiebreaker because they beat us 2 times. So they'll get the head-to-head tiebreaker against us if we only have 5 losses and we play them, and if they become our sixth loss, and they have 6 losses, they get in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, which means we only really need to lose 1 game before they play them. If they win out, that's it.
Our top of our
we
lungs
both
to make
end up
the point
11
that
and 6.
nobody's trying to make. Like we literally are trying to say that. They have to beat Miami in every
no.
That wasn't the argument. What I was trying to debunk is that we didn't need to lose all 4 games.
No, we don't
for them
need
to
to
win the
lose
division.
out. You're correct. We don't need to lose out. You're right. We only
Like Miami,
need to get the 6
that
losses.
is correct.
Let's say,
we
like,
only need to get the 6 losses.
Right
Correct.
about that crypto.
Yeah, like
And
Tony
actually, we
Right.
only
I'm
need
just
to
saying we
get
don't
the
have to
5
lose out for
losses
them to
because
win.
they could win and tie the records.
Right. Buffalo could win every game up
Right,
until
that's
the
all I
Miami
was saying.
game. Up to the Miami game, and like Tony said, even if
So
Miami,
every game is a must-win from now on.
yeah, like Tony said, even Miami could have a mini collapse. But if they win that last game, they'll have the better division record.
But there are 0 scenarios.
Yeah.
Unless we lose 2 more games. And one of those games has to be the Bills.
Yep. Yeah, I think we were all just talking past each other.
It's actually very simple. But I did just run a situation where like I ran through the rest of the season and I pretty much had all of the remaining contenders in the AFC lose except for Buffalo and Miami.
Wow.
There's Kansas City and Baltimore. They won.
Right.
But because they're not affecting this anyway. But with all of the other AFC teams losing and Buffalo and Miami winning, Buffalo can make the playoffs without beating Miami.
I got a question. Hey, Color. I was thinking about it and looking at the standings.
That would mean they would have to beat the Chargers.
Is there a scenario where Denver wins the division? That's
Why not? They're only a game back, bro.
They're a game back, right?
Yes.
And you know how the Patriots can be annoying, to put it mildly. I'm just wondering if just say somehow something. It's probably not going to happen, obviously. But if the Chiefs were to lose that Patriots game, man, oh man, that would be crazy.
But remember, Josh, you're talking about when I picked every AFC team to lose that is quasi in contention. I had to make some beat others that were in contention also.
Right.
So you guys have no shot, man. Just face it.
He said,
I don't know about that, Color. It's a week-to-week league, man.
Hold on.
That's why we love this time of the year.
Hey, Crypto, you remember, speaking of, now are we do wrestling, what was Vince McMahon's theme song?
No chance.
That's a lot of people said the same thing about Tennessee, and look what happened.
Well, you know, I mean, yeah, that's what a lot of people said about the Jets
Well, that's
and
why
the
you play the
Broncos
game.
and everybody else that beat the Bills.
Yep, that's why you play the game.
Yeah, exactly.
well, everybody that's fighting for the division or fighting to get the number 1 spot, damn near everybody got a terrible loss. We just had ours, so
It's a long shot. Any
just
Bills
joined the
fan that's not being a homer, you have to admit it's a long shot, you know. But right now, I'm worried about just getting into the playoffs.
What you call it?
To be fair, you do actually have a better than 1% chance of making the playoffs. You have a 25% roughly chance of making the playoffs. I mean, it's not. That's like you got the same chances of hitting your flush on the river.
Right.
If you got
Yeah,
four
the Cowboys
It's
are either
hard
going to
to
make
go
you or
full
break you,
18
one or the
game
other.
season without losing a game that you had no business losing. That's just.
And
the
I
nature
mean, I
of
go
football,
all
right?
in on a flush draw. So, that's me. I mean, I guess.
Well, what's your opinion? Do you think Buffalo is going to handle business versus Dallas, or you think Dallas is too good, or what's your opinion
I
on
think
that game?
Dallas is going to wipe the floor with Buffalo,
is
just
Dallas'
like every
road
other
record?
team that thought they were a contender.
You think Dallas is going to destroy us?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your score? Give us a score prediction.
You're gonna force Dak into
Because Color's actually pretty good at these score predictions.
You can force Dak.
I mean, if the wheels really fall off and things go as well as they could for Dallas, you could be looking at a huge one. But I won't go that far because of Josh Allen and his ability to keep you all in a game. 31-28. And I know that doesn't seem like a big score, but it is when you're talking about Dallas taking care of Buffalo. I think you guys struggle all day to get to 28.
Yeah, but don't forget Dallas don't play as good on the road as they do at home.
Oh, it's
like
in
two
Buffalo.
completely different.
They don't.
Yeah,
Right.
the
That's the
game is in
thing that makes
Buffalo,
me a little
so
nervous that could be turnover
Von
prone.
Miller's starting to
What
come
what's his
around
name?
too, man.
That's a
You
good
got to
point.
see the weather for
Dallas,
that
That's a
game.
Dallas
wild
has
card.
something
Yeah.
that Buffalo doesn't for
Dallas
that
team
type
to
of
steamroll
environment,
people
and
at
that's
home,
Tony
but they get on
Pollard.
the road and they look like a completely different
If it's
team.
snowing over there, that might be different.
Right.
I
That's the
hear you,
part
but
that
they
I'm
also
thinking
got
about,
something
Tony.
that
That's the
Buffalo
thing
don't,
there.
and that's Tony Pollard. And Buffalo has been known not to play well in their own environment themselves. You know,
Right. Yeah, Buffalo's a passing team. That's kind of a misnomer. The only bad weather
I
game
know
or go
Buffalo
ahead, Tony.
they would have to run down their throat if they want
No,
to beat
yeah.
Dallas.
They'll
yeah,
have to
I
use
think we
Josh
just
on
figured
some
out the
design
keys right here,
runs.
Tony.
Yeah, they have to
For
use
Dallas to beat
Josh
Well,
on
they're
some
gonna have to
design run. They
design
have to
run
run
Josh
James
Allen a
Cook.
Hey,
lot
Color, they're going
because
to activate
it's,
Leonard
it's
Fournette.
on the bow. And then Diggs gonna have to be involved
Who
in the
is
middle of the field.
Buffalo.
Gabe
Buffalo
Davis
already
probably gonna have
cut
to
him,
have his
dude?
biggest game.
The
No, they cut
problem
him for
is
real?
when I look at the game, Josh Allen, if he has to throw and go, Dallas plays an attacking defense. They're going to play man to man regardless, so they're going to be attacking him all day. And we know when you attack Josh Allen, he tends to play hero ball, and that's when the turnovers tend to happen. So that's the way that they're going to try to attack him, which is why I think they need to focus on running the ball, what the design runs for Josh Allen, and get James Cook involved. He got to at least get like 18 to 20 carries
Yeah, I agree.
for sure.
Man, Micah
If
Parsons,
James Cook has a
keep
Well,
them
I can tell
alive,
you this
man.
much that
Micah Parsons don't
the
like to be
approach
run
is
at though,
probably gonna
man.
be the
I
same
got
the
to
way
run,
they
guys.
attack
He
the
don't.
I
Kansas
got to
City
go join Miss
defense.
Finn's
I
for
think
League
so.
Wide Wednesday. I will catch you all
All
later.
right, y'all. Y'all have
All
a
right,
good
Colin.
night, Color.
All
All
right.
right, Carlos.
All right, bro.
All right. Catch you later.
Yeah, and to your
I
point,
think the Chiefs are gonna attack Dallas how they kind of attack the aggressive style of Kansas City with their D line and their corners. I think
the
there's going to
Bills,
be
you
a
mean?
similar approach. Yeah, I think the Bills are going to use a similar offensive tactic on how they was attacking Kansas City. Because Kansas City has got an aggressive defense too, as far as they secondary and they defensive line. So it's going to be almost similar. I think
Yeah,
they're
no,
going to do
Buffalo's opening up the
a lot
arsenal,
of
man.
sprint runs. I think
They got Kincaid. They got the other guy
they
they just
changing a lot
activated.
with their with their new coordinator. The
Yeah,
way they used to do it before. So it's
yeah.
gonna be interesting how they open up the game. If they can get Dallas to play from behind, and then hopefully that's the only hope that the Bills got is to make them play from behind
Yeah, well,
Hey,
Dallas
by the
to
way,
force Dak into turnovers. That's the only way they got a shot overcoming that defense. It's gonna be an interesting game though. It's gonna be crazy to see Dallas could get over that road hump.
So you're saying the over is going to be over 45?
Dallas got some two big road games ahead of them. This gonna really tell you how good Dallas really is.
Yeah, they were saying the
Right.
same
Next
thing
coming
with us
games.
and the same thing with Dallas. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
This
These
road
next,
game gonna really tell. Yeah.
these next four is going to see where we really stand with
Right,
the upper echelon of teams.
right
Right.
now
The same
on
test is up for Dallas too. Think about it.
right now in the
They got
NFL's next gen stats, Buffalo actually has a better chance of making the playoffs than the Steelers, and the Steelers are at number 6.
Well, because they just
yeah.
lost two
That's
games
the
back to
Steelers
back
just
against
lost two
a team with
Yeah.
two
teams with
wins.
2 wins. Yeah. No. Which
Yeah,
they could have been. Matter of fact, they could have been tied with us with 9-4 had they just took care of the business at home against those bad teams.
Pickett got hurt,
Yeah.
right?
They would have been 9-4.
Yeah, Kenny
Think
Pickett got
about
hurt,
that
right?
for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. To think about how things will be even tougher for Buffalo
No, hey,
had the
Crypto, what's
Steelers
crazy
took
is
care
how
of
many
business at
quarterbacks have
home.
gotten hurt, bro.
Half the conference, damn near. It seemed like it.
Damn near.
At least half the teams that's in the playoffs right now, half of their quarterbacks are hurt.
See, that's why I don't understand, because if you go to like some Dolphins Twitter spaces, like I know Pete can be kind of a troll sometimes, but Mr. Negative, I talked to him about it. I said, dude, even if there's a couple more bullshit losses, like whatever, if the Dolphins are relatively healthy, like their stars are healthy, Hill's healthy, Ramsey's healthy, I can't. That's not a negative thing for the Dolphins. Like it's just too wide open to be cynical about the season right now, even after a bad loss. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what's funny? You know what'd be
Well,
funny
you gotta
though?
be
You know what'd be real
favored in
funny?
those
Hold on. You know what'd be amazing
I
is if let's say, for instance, and this is what I want if the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, right? I guarantee you the narrative will be, well, the only reason the Dolphins won the Super Bowl because half the AFC quarterbacks were hurt.
That's stupid. I mean, I don't.
But
I understand people might
that,
say
I
that.
know it is,
But
but it's
that would
it's
just
going
be
to
one
happen.
of those truisms. Yeah.
Like with the
that would be one of those truisms that the decks were cleared. I mean, they'll say that. Yeah.
I like
Brady
as a
had
Bill.
the decks cleared for him a couple of years.
What do you mean,
before.
like an asterisk?
Yeah. Brady had that happen to him before one of his runs.
Well, I mean, it happened to us when
But
we
then
look.
they
Every
say
time we
Brady.
talk about the 2000 AFC Championship, right?
Right.
Everybody brings up, well, that was the year Brady got hurt.
Oh, we talking
That
about
was
we
the
won the
year Brady got hurt.
division?
Yeah,
The wild card year?
2008.
Yeah, no one. Hey, yeah, that's right. Because no one ever says
Oh.
Pennington won. They just say that Brady got hurt.
They
Yeah.
just say right. They never say how good Pennington played that year.
I mean,
it's how Brady blew his Achilles. Yeah, okay, you say that.
I mean, somebody's going to have to go through KC
Hell,
to
I don't even know
to
if
get out of the
KC would have won
AFC,
that year anyways if they
regardless.
if he'd have been healthy. Who won the Super Bowl that year? The
In
Seahawks,
08?
right? Who won that? Yeah, no, the Giants, right?
In
Who won it that
2008,
year? Was it Packers? No,
that
the
was
Packers won it.
that was the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl.
So Pittsburgh won it.
Okay, I was gonna say Pittsburgh. Well, Pittsburgh probably would have beat them anyway in the playoffs. They had good defense.
That's crazy how Big Ben went to 3 Super Bowls early and then he never got back after. Like,
And you want to hear something interesting? The 3 times that the Steelers went to the Super Bowl with Big Ben, they never played the Patriots.
The Patriots
in the playoffs.
Wow, that's a great
They
point,
never played
Shake.
them in the playoffs? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now, if you're talking about the 2008 Super Bowl,
Shit.
it was the Giants New England, and the Giants won that game.
Yeah, I'm talking about the year.
2009, the 2009
No,
Super
the
Bowl
year
was
the season.
before he got hurt.
How about the
Okay.
season? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got eliminated in the wild card playoffs that year. We lost to the Ravens. But I know the Ravens didn't make it to the Super Bowl.
Well, people having a fit about us losing is a bunch of BS because any given day, Sunday, the worst team can beat the best team, and it's been done before. It's one game. Get over it. Move on.
Just don't make it into a habit. That's all I gotta say.
Don't lose it to Jets.
Exactly.
Don't make it into a habit. That's all I gotta say about it.
No,
Please don't make it into a habit. Yeah.
No, I agree with it. No, make
Course
it a
correct
habit,
right
but-
away. Yeah. Don't
Hey,
make it into a
Papa,
habit.
do you play Cheetah next week?
Now, it will be hell to pay if they make it to a habit though.
Do I play Cheetah next week?
Yeah, everybody's gonna
Yes.
panic if they lose another game this week.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
I would hold them out.
I'd hold them out because we
You can't
have plenty of other guys with speed that can do the same exact thing that Cheetah's been doing.
And Chase
They're not
Claypool.
gonna get the respect. They're not gonna get the respect that Cheetah get.
Okay, but that's going to leave other people wide open. Or that person is going to end up being wide open because they're not going to double team him.
This game is going to be a great test for Tua. It's not about putting up
If
great
Mike
stats.
McDaniel can make the adjustment that he didn't make in this game with less talented cornerbacks.
I think Tua is going to tough this game out.
The Jets got way better cornerbacks in secondary than the Titans do.
At the same
8-10
time,
during-
Fangio doesn't need to play a prevent in the last.
Oh my
freaking 3
God!
minutes
Don't
of
even
the
mention
game
that
like
because that. Oh my God, that was the worst.
Well,
oh Jesus Christ,
well,
that's
he
the worst
don't,
decision
but-
I seen. I hate this.
Oh, you're okay, bro?
Hold on.
If you actually watch the game, those last 3
I don't know
minutes,
if it's really prevent.
It
Well,
was
you watch
technically
the game,
prevent
the
because all
last
they
3
did was
minutes-
sit back. That's all they did was sit. Like
the
you
last
gotta
3
attack-
minutes of that game,
Well, somebody-
the Titans
he has a deep
were actually
crosser.
the Titans were actually using
That's why
our
you blitz them,
plays
huh?
against our defense and making it work.
It's still not as bad as what the Bills did, letting Mac Jones have to go like 29 of 34 and have his best game of the year. So
well,
Yeah,
shit,
but
I
you know
think,
what? But you know what I
Yeah, that
find
happened
Will
in that
interesting
Levis
though?
had his
game
best
against
game
y'all,
of the
too.
year.
You know what I find interesting though? Look, I understand the defense. What the defense did was bad, but at the end of the day, the offense has a little bit of I'm putting some of the onus on the offense because
Yeah.
if we didn't go 3 and out, we would have had like the one thing that I took away from the New England game, the game that was at Hard Rock, right? Mac Jones was playing pretty well that game. So what did Mike McDaniels do? We played a 4-minute offense and we milked the shit out of the clock.
Yeah,
and we scored a touchdown.
It didn't allow
With
the
Waddle.
Patriots to come back, and I think that's what we should have did in the last 3 minutes is eat some clock. But no, we went 3 and out, and we gave them life again.
Yeah, that's
that's
true
because
too.
they couldn't run the ball.
Right against the
Money.
Patriots, we did.
That's
Well, I
why.
mean, look, that's true too. But you had a punt return. I mean, you had a punt block, and then you had pretty much Chubb grabbing a fumble recovery. In the span of that same 3 minutes, they gift wrapped you 14 points.
Okay, but you look at another thing here. All season long, freaking coach is going for it on 4th down, and what did he do? He kicks a field goal instead of going for it on 4th down.
What, on that first drive?
Come on, the first drive? No.
Several drives where he could have gone for it on 4th down. He chose not to the other day.
No, we turned it over on the first drive.
I understand that, but there was that. I don't know if it was halftime, the end of the game, where we kicked a field goal. We had 4th and goal, and we were on the 2-yard line, and he kicked a field goal instead of going for it like he's done all year.
Oh, yeah, but we were down 10-7.
But he was doing that because of the time. Yeah, that we was down. Yeah, we was down
10-7. So he got the tie. I get
right,
but it's 4th and goal. You're on your 2-yard line.
Why give the other team more confidence, though, Pablo?
Yeah, that could have been a big momentum swing either way.
It could have gone either way, though. He's gone for it all year long, and we've had a better chance of converting that 4th down with a run. The stats show that.
Right.
Yeah, no, man. Look,
but you don't want to show that you're panicking that early against a team like that.
And not at home like that, yes.
Wait a minute. He was sitting there going for on 4th down on running in the first quarter of the game before.
Yeah, the Titans are a weird team, man. They're well coached. They like to play they play a physical brand of football that challenges your manhood. I hate playing the Titans, man. I've always hated playing that Titans
team.
Hey, remember at one point I brought out
Mike Vrabel was something else, bro.
One point I brought up was the 2 times before last year when you guys won the division, they got stumped by the Titans twice.
Yeah.
The first
and plain and simple, they came to play and we didn't.
Nope.
They do still play physical despite the people. Everybody talking about our injuries. Well, shit, Titans had a litany of them too. They
their best nose tackle, right?
Wasn't playing in that one. They was missing a few guys that was key on their side of the ball too. So it was kind of like, a lot of both of us.
With the Titans, the next man up came up with us. The next man up didn't show up.
I think if the Dolphins beat the
next man
as long as the Dolphins beat the Jets, I think you guys will win the division. So it was a bad loss,
Yeah, it was, but it's done. It's over with.
It's over with. We got to move on.
Yeah, I had my 48-hour rant.
It's on to the next week.
Yeah, that game was warranted a 2-day rant, but I'm good moving forward. You just don't screw up on Sunday, man. Do not screw up on Sunday because this is
the key with the Jets game. This is the key with the Jets game, right? Even as a Bill, this is the key. You got to jump up on top of them early. Don't let a team like that's already pissed off because hang around. Yeah, dude, hang around.
But you saw what they did to Houston, right?
Set yourself up.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. They hung around.
They're pissed. The Jets are.
The next thing you know, they have an offensive explosion in the second half.
They're already a pissed off football team because of all the bullshit that's happened.
You can't be in no 3-6 game with them going into the third quarter.
Yep.
With Houston, what quarter did C.J. Stroud go out?
I think it was like 5 minutes to go in the fourth. It was late.
Yeah, the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Late in the game. He went out late.
I think the difference between the Jets, they like to attack the quarterback. They like to pass rush. So we need to have some heavy dose of Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane, and I don't know if they're going to let Chris Brooks play.
Tony.
Yeah, their run stop is horrible, bro. They're giving up like 130 yards a game.
Yeah, they do not like to defend the run. So if Mike McDaniels know, especially with our offensive line being banged up, it's always easier to run block than to pass protect. So
I got something to say real quick about you know how I am about a Chan.
In conditions, you're gonna set yourself up.
You know how I am about a Chan crypto, right? Well, Monday night after the game, I was watching y'all's show because I was in the car trying to get to my aunt's house. It was after 1 o'clock when I got to her house down in Hialeah Monday night. But there was talk on the side that the Chan didn't live up to his potential. He wasn't doing well. I'm like, what the hell are you smoking? Because Chan at one point in time
live up to his potential. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Who the hell said that shit?
There was in the
Yeah, I know.
chat. It was in the
What?
chat. I forget who
What
said it.
potential they talking about?
There was in the chat. I'm like, what the hell are you smoking? Because Chan had more yardage per carry than Mostert did.
What was it? Stay off the drugs. You want to keep working here? Stay off the drugs.
I think he still does for the season, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one warning.
Not for the season. I don't. Well, he might now, but
unless
didn't.
he chased him, unless he caught him. Yeah.
The thing I hate is
that one play, one negative play, but I don't know if it hurt him that bad though.
Crypto, but don't you hate as a Dolphins fan? Because I know what you said before months ago. It's about the playoff evaluation, but it's like after every bad game or like an average game or a bad loss, there's like this. Oh, we have to evaluate Tua instead of just saying, "Hey, it's a bad game." We'll move on to next week. That's the thing as an outsider. It's like, dude, I don't know. I hate seeing that with Tua. I've always been a fan of Tua.
Well, but you know what? Let me ask you a question.
Because
those
people hasn't
that
quite.
You're a Buffalo Bill fan. Yeah. Don't you see that a lot with when Josh Allen loses a game? Do you get a lot of rats off the ship in your fan base as well?
No, not like, oh, we're gonna move on from Josh Allen. No, dude. There's not like an event. Like if Josh Allen had a bad stretch of I think like maybe 4 games this year where he was playing like average to bad, but there was no talk like, oh man, are we gonna move on? Like that's just, you can't do that to your quarterback, man. Tua's a good quarterback. Tua's the reason why he's a major reason why you're 9-4. People forget. People always want to remember the bad moments. Do we remember the Chargers game? He outdueled Herbert. I don't want to get rid of that guy if I was a Dolphins fan. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
They don't like to separate this postseason from regular season and preseason. It's 3 different phases of football.
Well, at
least
once
you graduate from one stage, is now to move on your evaluation to the to evaluating the next phase.
At least they went ahead and brung in some new centers to try out and see how they're going to work and stuff.
Look at Justin Herbert, but before he got hurt, like some of the losses were on the defense, some of the losses were on him. Trevor Lawrence had some bad games, but like you can't oh man, we're gonna get rid of that's crazy, dude. I can understand
the fan base is divided on him. That's why. So we just
Tony, why though? That's I don't know.
I mean, if I
they
had
haven't
answer,
finished
maybe
evaluation,
but nobody has an answer.
When does I keep asking a question like when does the fan base put a ring on? Just put a ring on it,
Now, just so you know, Chan actually has only 1/3 the attempts that Mostert has.
Right.
Yes.
Mostert has 183 attempts, not quite. Chan has 581 yards, but Mostert but he has a shitload of 924 yards, which he's up there in Ricky Williams' status at that time. But Chan is averaging 9.2 yards per attempt.
Someone really said that, Papa Paul? Someone said that Chan
on this for Monday night said Chan was not holding up to his potential.
Who said that though?
Who said that?
I don't. I'd have to go back and look through the whole reel on the chat and stuff. But it was
the offense for the Dolphins. The offense for the Dolphins has been in my opinion, electric with Chan.
So you're telling me Chan is averaging almost 10 yards a carry. At one point, he was averaging 13, and he's getting more snap attempts in the beginning of the season. But Raheem is pretty much smashing all of Ricky Williams' records. That's crazy.
Yeah,
because he's getting the ball inside the goal line more frequently.
Chan didn't even play. Chan only played 2 or 3 snaps in the first game, and then he was out 4 games. And then another game, so 6 games he basically sat out.
He reminds me of Clinton Portis, like a step faster Clinton Portis. Back in the day.
Anybody knows me will tell you I've been an Chan fan since before the season started.
He still can get 1,000 yards
if he had one more breakout game. If he had a breakout game. Yeah,
he can get it right. He one more breakout game to do it. Yeah,
because I'm noticing down the stretch. Well, not last game, but like when we was in the DC game, they were using Chan to close the game out instead of Mostert
to close it. You said the most right.
Well,
Yeah,
they
got a good chunk of his yards
they
in
still
that final
used a
drive.
good they still used Achane a good amount of time this past week, and I guarantee you he will get. I bet you he gets at least 150 yards come Sunday.
Like I just looked up the stats right now, not to interrupt you too much, Papa, but like Tua
No,
has a
you're good.
higher he has a
I'm
higher
curious.
passer rating than Josh Allen. He has a higher yards per attempt than Josh Allen. He has a little bit more passing yards than Josh Allen, and you have a better record than the Bills. But
And Josh Allen has more
people,
attempts, though. And Josh Allen has more attempts. Remember that.
yeah,
He has more
Tua has a higher yards per attempt, and people after a bad loss, it's just I don't know, man.
And look, here's
crazy,
a chance stats right now. He's 63 attempts, 581 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Now look, I turned it off at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
So I'm too
Achane's got 7
exhausted.
touchdowns.
I'm too exhausted to do it. Look, I'm too exhausted to do the Tua talk and the Tua debate. But the only thing I have to ask is, in December, can you compare your quarterback to ours? The record wise,
I have to look up. Oh, you mean like December the past 2 years?
Listen, you got to
Well, you can't do this year. You got to do
remember.
Well, you'd have to do this
year.
because
You got to remember. They only played 2 games.
When you got to remember this. Whenever, hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
When Tua was with Brian Flores, he only lost 2 games in December.
Okay, that's fine. Now tally that up with all the other seasons that Josh Allen played and Tua played in December, and put the record.
Tua didn't play half of December last year.
Yeah,
okay, but I'm just saying you got 3 years to compare the stats. Somebody please do that.
He played all the December.
He didn't play in January. He played all.
Okay, now put the wins and loss record compared to both quarterbacks.
He went out on
that's fine, but Papa, you got 3 years of data there. Can you put the record for all 3 years of both quarterbacks and compare wins and losses in December?
He didn't
play all the December games. He got
it's not the point. That's not the point. I wasn't trying to make a point of comparing.
No, but I'm just asking a simple question. Like, can you compare your quarterback's record to our quarterback in December?
Allen's is probably a little bit better, but that's not the point I was making. The point I was trying to make is that everyone accepts that Josh Allen at minimum, unless you're just a moron.
No, but that answers your question to why there's such a debate, because the December is what matters the most, and that's what you're skipping the point on.
But dude,
so let's say,
listen, hold on, listen. We're not comparing 2 years ago. We're comparing this year.
No, I'm just asking the question. That's it. And like I said, I'm too tired about debating right now about Tua because I'm exhausted. But that's the only question I had.
Hey, Shake.
Yes.
Please let me do something.
Okay, go for it.
Cap for life. You know, again.
All right, Lewis, I'm exhausted, bro. Please.
I get it. You my guy, Cap. Right? You my guy. But I just want to do this exercise because I keep hearing. Again, you were asking for the record of Tua and Josh Allen in December. I'm going to do you one better. Forget about December. And before I'm going to take this season out because this season don't count because we ain't done yet. So 2 or 3 seasons, and how many seasons, not including this season, has Josh Allen played in the NFL?
5.
So you're asking me a question on top of a question that didn't get answered.
I'm going to.
So my question never gets answered, but you want me to answer your question?
I'm going because I think
5
the
years.
way I'm going to
5
answer
years.
Okay, so Josh Allen, not including this year, has 5 years. Okay, perfect. Now, Cap, we're both going to get our answers answered at the same damn time. But my question is going to be, hey, hold on, Crypto. Again, you guys just like to talk when someone else is talking and no one can understand.
I was talking to somebody in the background. I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, my fault, Crypto. All I'm saying is we're talking about the December records. Don't worry about that. Josh Allen in 5 years, right? Not including this one. And Tua in 3 years, not including this one, are 0 for 3 in the month of February. Because that's the only goddamn month that matters. Because the Super Bowl played in February. And Josh Allen don't have no goddamn Super Bowl, and neither does Tua. So if you're telling me what the record is, they're both 0 for the century in February. And until one of them get a Super Bowl, they're both fucking.
Thank you.
Touche, Lewis. Touche.
Definitely.
I don't think nobody should be wanting to get rid of Tua just because he doesn't win the Super Bowl, dude.
No, nobody's saying that. But the problem is when you get a little bit critical, listen, you're asking a question and I'm trying to answer it. Nobody's trying to crucify the guy. But when you put in constructive criticism to the point where you give blame, it doesn't work out in that favor whatsoever towards him. It's like, all right, well, I get that, but you can't blame all the other problems that were circling him at that time. It got resolved and got fixed because you pretty much cleaned house, but you're still whining about the same problems. That's
Right.
my beef.
Now, if you want, I can give you total stats of both of them right now. That's up to date as of the 12th of December this year.
You go for it, Popball. I think Tua leads in a lot of them.
Well, not games played, of course. 90 to 49.
Yeah, that kind of matters.
Completion, 1,922 to 1,012. Pass attempts, 3,041 to 1,512. Completion percentage, 63.2 to 66.9. Passing yards, 21,844 to 11,712. Passing touchdowns, 163 to 76. Touchdown percentage.
All those stats really don't matter, though. Josh Allen has played longer.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand what we're doing here.
Because
Lewis,
if you want to say playing horrible with AFC East championships, I don't know what to tell you.
No, Lewis, the only point I was bringing up by bringing up Josh Allen is that, to me, I've already accepted that Tua is he's a franchise quarterback. He's a really good quarterback. And I don't understand how after a bad game, people start.
I can't believe I'm defending this.
Josh Allen.
Oh my God. Man.
I don't think nobody's crucified him after a bad game.
Josh Allen, I get what you're doing, Josh Allen, and again, I get it. But what it just grows frustrating. And again, it's not only Cap for Life, and Cap for Life is a good dude. I've never met him personally, but everything I've heard and
love
the way,
you, bro. You know I love you, bro.
Yeah, and I love you the same way, Cap. You support everybody, no matter if you whatever. You're always supporting. So you a good dude. I'm not saying, but all I'm saying is when I hear Cap for Life, right, and I just heard him say it now again. Well, it's about AFC East division titles. Come talk to me or whatever. Okay, Cap. Let me give you an analogy, right? But let me just give the analogy, right? Okay, cool. If I'll give you my son, for instance. He played in Pop Warner, right? We won 3 division championships where we got invited to go play at the Disney Wild World of Sports, where you're playing teams out of the state of Florida. So we beat all the teams to get there in the state of Florida. Right. That's the AFC East division title, right? But then 2 out of the 3 years we got to Orlando, we played, and all 3 years we got to the Super Bowl. 2 years we lost, 1 year we won, right? Okay, cool. Basically, all you're telling me is that Buffalo, again, in their Super Bowl window of Josh Allen winning the division, he got a participation trophy. Nobody gives a fuck. If you play in a league and everybody at the end of the day gets a trophy, the only one that matters is the Super Bowl. And it's funny, we got Pete in the chat, right? Another good dude. But look, right here, you can't make this shit up. The ship is sinking. Okay, cool. That ship, though, that's sinking is sitting at 9-4. It's funny how Pete will say that Buffalo is on the rise, and they're 7-6. The ship has already fucking shrunk.
You got time? Come up.
Hold on, Lewis.
Time, come up, man.
The ship in Buffalo is not floating anymore. The ship is already underwater.
Lewis.
This fucking guy, Pete, says the ship is sinking in Miami. You
Lewis.
see what I'm saying, bro? You can't make this shit up.
That's brutal, Pete.
I agree with you, Lewis, about how important. I think Super Bowls have a very special honor and weight to them. But I'm saying, I'm just having a conversation about, you take a quarterback I don't know, Dan Fouts, for example. Are we really going to hold it? I mean, are you going to say he's dog shit because he didn't win a Super Bowl, or he was not one of the all-time great quarterbacks of his era? You know what I mean, Lewis? That's all.
But again, I'm not shitting on Josh Allen when I
Tua and Allen. Lewis, Tua and let's say Tua and Allen both have great careers, but they don't win a Super Bowl. I'm not going to be like, oh man, they suck. That's dog shit.
But you're missing the point. I'm not saying that Josh Allen is dog shit. What I'm trying to explain to people, let's say a Cap for Life, and let's say a guy like Pete, that want to tell me how great Josh Allen is, right?
No, please don't do that. Oh God, that
And,
sounds so horrible.
and it does, right? But you can't.
God.
It's undeniable how good he is. Josh Allen is good, but what I'm saying is when we say that to kind of diminish what Tua is, right?
Right.
The
Yeah, I agree
fact
with
of the
that.
matter is Tua and Josh Allen to this point in their career, they're the same because neither one has won the ultimate prize. When Buffalo signed up to play in the NFL, and just like Miami, they signed up to win Super Bowls.
Right.
All the other shit at the end of the day, yes, it's nice to have numbers to get into the Hall of Fame on an individual status and stuff. Yes, right? But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to win a Super Bowl. So if Tua is trash because he can't get over the hump, right? Cool, I agree with that. But in fairness, right, if we're going to keep it objective, all I'm saying is Josh Allen, then, for as great as he is, still hasn't got over the hump. And
I
that's
agree.
all I'm saying.
Hey,
No,
Lewis,
that's fair.
and I agree.
That's
Lewis,
fair.
even as a
Tough to
Bills
win in
fan,
this league.
I think there's something to be said about. I'm saying this as a Bills fan, Lewis. I'll admit it to you 100%. It's not just in football; all of sports. There's something about true greatness of finishing. You know what I'm saying? Like the true great all-time greats. They will at least find a couple times in their career where they'll overcome injuries, they'll overcome odds, and they will finish and win a championship. So I agree with you 100%, man. I just think this. I just the whole context of the conversation is I just think Tua should get more respect. I don't think Tua should be taught. Tua is the starter. Tua is the
Well, and
starter.
the thing is,
That's
Josh,
true. But you have
and I'll be
realized he
honest.
is getting more respect though this year.
Yeah,
He
but
is.
respect
He's
is
getting his
earned, not
respect.
given. Everybody knows that
And that's
respect
But
where
is
what is
earned, not
Tua? How
given.
much more? What
I
else does
respect,
Tua have to do?
and that's what I absolutely understand when Cap says
We
that. I
just said
agree
it,
with
bro. We
Cap
got to get
100%.
East Division. We got to get to the level of the last game of the season to be like considered elite, bro. Like we're tired of being one and done. That's pretty much
Right.
our Achilles heel.
But I'm saying hypothetically, let's just say, for example, you win the division, but you lose a tough playoff game. Don't you think it's weird to say, hey, let's get rid of Tua? That's a
No,
Yeah, but you
crazy.
nobody's
know,
saying that.
but
Look,
No, you
that
might
shit
not
done
want to get
sailed.
you know
That's
rid
what?
of
all I'm
For
him.
saying.
me,
But
But
for
I
you
me,
hear
they
some
still
can't get rid
Dolphins
of
fans
him.
say
can
that.
complain about
I
Yeah,
him.
no,
hear.
that shit done
But
sailed.
No, you don't get rid of him.
Real quick, guys. I gotta head out. I got a show
all right.
starting in 15 minutes. We're
All right, Papa.
talking. We're just
Yeah, I'm
talking
gonna
about.
end this pretty soon. So
Yeah, we're talking about a lot of the same stuff, but we're also going to go
What time you doing your show, Papa?
8:45 YouTube, WCFL Dolphins Talk. The link is in the comments here, or the
You doing the panel?
yeah.
yeah.
I
Hey,
open
by
up
the
the
way,
panel
Papa,
about. Yes, sir.
before you head out, I just want to let you know, you and Winters tied at 6. You both tied at 6 and 7. Me and Crypto went 7 and 6.
Of course.
Oh man, that's crazy. We ended up picking different games in some of them.
Yeah, we did. Well, me and
I
you.
got off to a bad
yeah.
start with that damn Patriot game. Right out of the
Oh
gun.
my God,
I
you're
freaking
not
lost
kidding.
that game. Right out of the
Yes.
gate, I was just
Because
underwater.
you and I picked that, and then Shake and Winters picked.
Right. You know, that's crazy.
Oh man, it was crazy. But
But I
that's good.
appreciate
I was
you
like, it's a
coming
bad
through.
week.
Anytime,
And by the-
anytime, brother.
And by the way, this Thursday, tomorrow night, Friday night Insomnia is gonna feature the one and only Nene. She's gonna be the special guest.
Hey.
I guess a Thursday night.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll see you all over on my channel, 8:45 until whenever.
All right, bro.
All right,
Peace,
man.
love, and fins up,
Yeah.
everybody.
Ends up.
Thumbs up, baby.
Look,
Fins up.
the thing is, right, and this is where you just gotta take feelings aside,
Right.
and this is just completely honest. There are things that Josh Allen can do on the football field that Tua Tagovailoa cannot. You see what I'm saying? It's just from a physical standpoint. There are things that Josh Allen just does that Tua will never be able to do, right? And I can admit that. But in the same token, right? And this is where, again, people that don't want to hear it, they'll debate you on it. But there are things that Tua can do on a football field that Josh Allen can't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's. Am I gonna watch Tua Tagovailoa run for 35 yards and on the way stiff arm a linebacker and run over a safety? No, you're never going to see that. But in my opinion, there are certain throws that Tua makes, right? And again, it doesn't have to have the strongest arm with the biggest velocity and stuff like that. And take Tua aside. Look at Drew Brees, not the strongest arm. Look at Peyton Manning, not the strongest arm. Look at Joe Montana, not the strongest arm.
Definitely not
Those
the strongest
quarterbacks
arm.
are Brock Purdy, right? Not the strongest arm. But those guys also can make things or make throws that Josh Allen can't. You see what I'm saying? But all we do in the Miami Dolphin fan base is talk about, well, Tua can't do this and he can't do this and look at this guy and look at this guy and look. But we never say on the other end what Tua can do, what those other guys can't. And why is that?
But Lewis, that's Lewis. I agree, Lewis. I agree with you. And like, to put it another way, why it's almost like there's like part of the Dolphins fan base that hasn't, to put it's kind of a silly term, but fallen in love with the guy. You know what I mean? Where they just accept, hey, he's our quarterback, like ride or die. I'm with Tua. I agree with you 100%. There's things Tua can do that no quarterback. I think there's a few things Tua can do that no quarterback in the league can do. Tyreek Hill's having his best year of his career, and he had Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback. Look at the stats he's putting up with Tua.
Well. See, it's just again, it's feelings. It's not. It's not being objective. It's all about feelings. Because Terrence, you can say what you want. Lewis needs to stay off the weed, right? I haven't smoked yet. I've been working my ass off all fucking day. I haven't smoked yet. But what I'm telling you is the simple fact, right? See, this is again the hypocrisy and just people that. I don't want to call them stupid, but they're fucking idiots. Let's just be honest. They're fucking idiots. Because if you want to tell me that Tua's trash, I ain't got no problem. That's your opinion. Tua is trash. But at the same time, right, Tua, the narratives are, Tua can't win the big game. Cool. Tua can't put the team on his back. Okay, cool. Tua don't have the strongest arm. Okay, cool. Right? This is what I find funny, because I'm not going to debate you on none of those things I just said. What's funny to me is, though, Josh Allen can put the team on his back. Josh Allen has the strongest arm. Josh Allen is a big, strapping, tall, he looks the part. His team is 7-6. So in those 6 losses, why didn't Josh Allen, with the strongest arm that puts the team on his back, why did they have 6 losses?
Right.
Why does Justin Herbert at 6'7" with the strongest arm and he looks the part and he can do everything, he can jump out the gym, throw it out of the stadium, why does his team have a losing record? Why does Patrick Mahomes, that is the greatest quarterback since sliced fucking bread, why is his team got 5 losses? So again, if Tua can't do those things, then Josh Allen that has everything all these people in the chat want, and Justin Herbert that everybody wants, why are those guys not putting the team on their back, and why are they losing games? Someone tell me that. Don't just go in the chat and tell me Tua sucks and Josh Allen is the greatest thing. Well, why the fuck in 6 games Josh Allen didn't put the team on his back and win those games? Why not?
Right. It's also too it's like playing, because Tua and Allen are different styles, different archetypes of quarterbacks. It's just like playing chess. There's different ways to win a chess game, But people don't if one guy's a grandmaster chess player and another one's a grandmaster chess player, but one has a philosophy where he never gives up his queen, and the other one's the opposite. If they both win, that's all that matters.
But again, I'm trying to figure out. Tua is a short. He's a small, no arm quarterback. Okay, cool. He can't escape. He can't run. Cool. I get it. Tua, the narrative is Tua never puts the team on his back and wins a game. Okay, I get it. I'm not here to debate that anymore. I just want the answer. And please, somebody like Terrence in the chat or anybody else, click the link and please come up here and tell me, with the quarterback like Josh Allen, dude 6'5", 245 pounds, has the greatest arm eyes have ever seen. The team has 6 losses. Why in those 6 losses that a quarterback that has everything you want, why didn't he put the team on his back and win?
Hey, by the way, hey Pete, come up. I have it queued up for you. Come up.
Oh.
but again, can anybody on this panel, can anybody answer that, please? Because all I hear is that, again, all these quarterbacks that have worse records than the Miami Dolphins and a team that is led by Tua Tagovailoa. Please, someone come up here and tell me why Josh Allen in 6 losses didn't put the team on his back.
Hey, Lewis,
why Justin Herbert has a losing record?
Lewis, I got one better. Tua did put the team on his back factually versus the Chargers. He was the literal reason the Dolphins won that game. And that was a shootout. So if people want to say, oh, Tua puts the team on his back, yeah, he did. He did it versus the Ravens last year, the Chargers this year.
He also lost to Herbert in December, same time of year. It cost us a playoff.
It's also factual that Tua threw a go route that everybody's bitching about this week to win the game.
Cost us a playoff seed.
So that touchdown Tua threw to Tyreek. That was the same route that everybody's want to complain about this week. For some reason, as if that lost us a game.
Crypto, check this out. Right? Remember what the narrative after Monday night?
And by the way, it was the Patriots loss that cost us the playoff seed.
I thought
what was that?
I thought Tua Tagovailoa and Crypto on Monday played like dog shit. I'm here to admit it, right? Now, but what again? Just another demonstration of the hypocrisy in this goddamn fan base. You remember last year, Justin Herbert in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
27-0 lead.
Yeah.
They don't score a point in the second half, they lose, right? Now, the narrative after Monday is, well, Tua had chances, and when we got the ball back, Tua never, he didn't get the ball down the field. He didn't make a play. He didn't lead the team and get a victory. Well, when Justin Herbert in the playoffs was up 27-0, his defense started reeling, right? Justin Herbert, see, the Jacksonville Jaguars is not the only team in the second half that got the ball. The Chargers also got the ball.
That's true.
And the Chargers, Chargers led by Justin Herbert, right, didn't score an offensive point, and all they would have needed was to get in field goal range to win that game. Am I correct, Crypto?
Yep.
And he did not do that. The 6'7" quarterback with the strapping arm that can do no wrong, he lost that game. But Tua is the only quarterback in the NFL.
Since you want to go down that route, let me ask you how many. Let me ask you this though: what were the stats for Tua against Buffalo in the playoffs?
Tua didn't play Buffalo in the playoffs.
Thank you very much.
He was hurt though.
What do you mean?
Thank you very much.
No, but nobody's. Everyone's saying,
"Oh, Jesus Christ!"
But you get my drift. Do you get my drift? The best available. What is it? The best ability is availability.
Yeah, I think some of that. I mean, look, he's
not some of that. It's all of that.
Yeah, but he's been available all this year.
Okay, but you're going down the path of the past, right? I'm going to go down the path of the past myself. I mean, if we're going to do this all night, let's do it all night, right?
I mean, if you want to say you have concerns about Tua as from his health standpoint, I think that's a fair criticism, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Tua.
You can't say one without the other.
No, what we're trying to say is how everybody makes excuses for everybody else's quarterback. Except for
I know,
ours.
but you're talking about a loss that Josh Allen, that Justin Herbert had in the playoffs while he played in the playoffs.
Joe Burrow is.
I mean, forget about the playoffs. It's a loss.
No, now you want to forget it, right?
No, but
I'm just saying Herbert played in the playoffs.
But dude, Joe Burrow is always hurt, and there's no talk.
No, we're talking about Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I'm just saying. Continue.
I don't.
Again, we were just talking about the loss. It has nothing to do with being in the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying. If we're talking about playoffs and stats, I mean, at least Herbert has stats to show in a playoff game. So does Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Do you think? Hold on, I want to.
And so does the guy who no longer plays for San Francisco.
Do you think?
You're right. You're right. Nobody's arguing that.
Do you think Skylar Thompson is better than Tua, man?
Like, I'm not going to get into that. No way. I'm just giving you factual statistics. I'm just don't go to the extreme. I'm just giving you factual statistics.
Well, why would you bring up Skylar Thompson then?
Why would you bring up Justin Herbert's stat in the playoff game?
What do you mean? Why? Because Justin Herbert's the starting quarterback, like Tua.
Okay, but we're talking about playoffs, right?
We're
playoff appearances, right?
It has nothing to do with playoff.
No, I thought it did. That's why it was brought up. Okay, I thought that's why it was brought up.
The reason he brought a playoff win so we could pinpoint when the game happened, when the game took place.
That's what I mean about Dolphins fans. Like, I don't understand. What's the problem with Tua, man? Be honest about it.
But no,
there is no problem. I'm just giving you stats. I'm just giving you stats that are not working in your favor, and all of a sudden there's an issue.
No. But the stat. Hold on, Josh Allen. Hold on, Josh Allen. No, see, again, I hate, and again, Cap. Trust me.
I get it, Lewis. I get it. I get it.
No. But hold on, Cap. Because listen. I'm not calling you stupid. Trust me, I'm not calling you stupid.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are. But if you're gonna bring up Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
But again, you see, but you're hearing what you want to hear. Cap.
No, you said it, not me.
Cap, hold on. You hear playoffs. I'm just throwing, again, take playoffs out of that. The point you're missing. See,
you can't take it out of it. That's my issue.
Cap, what again? Okay, fuck that game. This season, in any game, I'm trying to point the point, Cap, that we blame Tua for when Tua got the opportunity to lead his team down the field to create either a touchdown for a win or a field goal to win. We say after Monday, we seen Tua didn't do it in that game, and we come out and say he can't do it. Okay, I don't have any problem with that, Cap. But what I'm telling you is that when we see Justin Herbert in the same scenario, right? And we always complain, Tua don't have an arm. Tua can't run. Tua can't escape. Tua can't throw 70 yards. We always say that. But when Josh Allen or Justin Herbert that has the arm, has the legs, has the strength, and they don't do it, we don't say nothing. We believe in them. But when Tua does the exact same thing, Cap, Tua can't do it because Tua's trash. That's what I'm saying, Cap. Like, how does that make sense, bro?
Look, you're still trying to have that question answered the same way I'm still trying to have the question answered is why you guys are complaining about coaching when you got rid of the last coach.
I'm not complaining about coaching.
What's funny is I'll give another scenario. Look at Jared Goff. He has more playoff wins than all these big quarterbacks that we mentioned right now. He's played in the Super Bowl, and he's not been mentioned yet in being in the top 10, and he's also 9-4.
Hey, Shake,
okay.
Von Joe and Q are asking for the link, Shake.
Yeah, all right.
You're right. You good point, Shake. He's also 9-4. Nobody's talking about him. Yeah.
I heard Lions fans on the Mike Valenti show say they wanted to get rid of Goff, which was insane to me.
That's just as equally as crazy.
And he has more Super Bowl appearances than Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Trevor Lawrence combined.
Yeah, Jared Goff has been to Pro Bowls. He's won playoff games on the road with a broken thumb. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's put up 4,000 yards. He's a really good quarterback. But I don't understand the narrative around
bad treatment. The bad, right?
Season, and then it's like immediately a fan base just wants to eject out of it. It's just it sounds nuts to me, man.
I think
I don't know about that one. I really haven't heard anything as far as like Detroit. I think Detroit's embraced all that stuff. I really haven't heard that.
I live in the Detroit area. Today there was a report.
That's insane.
I don't know why they're spoiled. They only have one good running back, maybe one good receiver in their whole history.
It's extremely hard to find a quarterback as good as Tua.
You don't miss Scott Mitchell, man?
That's Scott Mitchell.
I wouldn't quite say Scott Mitchell, but yeah.
Do you understand? It's take Tua, for example, just put it in a vacuum for a second. It's hard to find a quarterback that's competent like Tua. That's hard to find. You just don't we're going to draft someone in the first round and get rid of it. Like, you know what I mean? even a quarterback at Tua's level, if you think he's a second-tier franchise, a first.
The Titans did it.
The Titans?
When did the Titans do it?
Yeah, I mean, after what you call it? After who's the?
I'm just saying he's a rookie and he just schooled us, so I guess anybody can do it.
Malik,
dude,
trust me, they had some misses. And
I get it, but at least they took the chance. 2 years in a row, they took the chance.
No, but Tannehill got older though, dude.
That's fine, but they took the chance and it worked out against our benefit. No, it didn't. They kicked our ass
in one game.
I'm just saying that one game in December kind of matters.
That's what I mean, but you keep speaking like you keep beating around the bush. Do you think Levis is better than Tua? Just say it.
No, dude, but no. Hey, Monday night he was.
Okay, do you think he's a better quarterback than Tua?
Monday night he was, yeah.
You're not going to answer the question.
I'm answering it. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, do you do sign language? Do you want me to do it like in Morse code?
Better quarterback right now, dude.
Dude, I just answered your question. 48 hours ago, yes, he was.
Cat for life. Then that's the case. Then on week 17 in 2019 season, Fitzpatrick was a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Whatever. If you think that, that's fine. I'm talking about 2 days ago. This guy's asking me a question. I just answered it 5 times.
Dude, that's what.
So Tom Brady was the better. I mean, Fitzpatrick was a better.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about 2 days ago. He's asking me, Will Levis was better than our quarterback. I said, yeah, because they beat us.
Okay, guys, I think I could take a stab.
They don't pay. Tua plays the defense. He doesn't.
All right. Okay, I'm exhausted, bro. Go ahead. Sorry, Nate.
That's all right. No problem.
I think I could take a stab.
Can you guys hear me?
I'll let Bon Joe go first.
Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry, Nana. I listen. I truly apologize, but I'm driving from the gym. I just got home, finally got solid connection, and I am losing my. All right, Cap. Coaching. You've been harping on this coaching. You've been harping on this coaching instance all day. It's okay to
harping or defending.
Hold on. It's okay to critique the coach, just like we critique the past coach. It's okay to sit there and say, "Hey, McDaniels, you need to improve on this." Just like for the past coach, we said, "Hey, past coach, please get the offense together. Hey, past coach, fix this, fix that." It's okay to critique the coach. It's not trying to get rid of him.
Right.
2, Levis. Hey, you talk about these quarterbacks. Levis had the Titans are not even in playoff contention.
Right.
So let's just shoot that in the head. 2, 3, Justin Herbert. Yeah, okay. Guess what? Where is he now? He's on the shelf. Burrow, where are they now? On the shelf.
With a $500 million contract. They're on the shelf with a $500 million contract.
Okay. Guess what? Their team's effed up.
Yep.
They paid them, and now they're on the shelf. Our quarterback, our guy, is actually playing well. So totality for the season, he's playing well with the 9.
And nobody's saying he's not.
But Cap, hold on.
So why are we crying?
Cap, hold on, Cap. Why aren't
you literally been hold on all day, Cap? I've been hearing you shoot holes here, there, and there, all day, from Miami sports music to Twitter Spaces to now on the Fence tailgate.
And what am I saying that's not factual?
It's not fact.
That's the thing. You're not saying anything factual. You're just asking negative questions.
As a Bills fan, I have 2 more losses than you, and I'm showing more excited. I'm more excited. You sound like everything's negative, dude. Like you have this inherent bias that the cynicism towards Tua, that you're talking about the 3rd string quarterback. That's weird. That's weird.
Sucks.
What was that?
Cap, have you heard yourself all day? I don't want to hear about the offense.
To be fair, look, I've heard myself the past 48 hours, and I think I'm warranted 48 hours after a stinker of a game like that. I think I'm warranted to have this type of rant, and I'm good.
No, that's the thing. I understand the rant. I had a rant, but you're not ranting. You're not. You're flip-flopping all over.
So what am I saying that's not right? That's flip-flopping.
But you're not asking. You're asking questions, but not answering questions. And when people try to give you an answer, you layer another question on top of it. That's switching the subject
No,
altogether.
the problem is
You're
no
not
one
having
has
a
answered that
conversation.
question yet, VJ. I've asked that
What's
question
the
all
question?
day just
Okay,
to get
ask
an
me the
answer.
question directly. Ask me. Me and you speaking, Cap. Ask me the
VJ,
question
okay, look,
directly.
VJ,
Yeah,
look.
go ahead.
Okay, look. You and me were shooting we're shooting the shit, blah 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 blah. You got a Pinot Grigio. I got me a
Fuck
nice,
all that. Go to the
Sauvignon
question.
Blanc. Okay, and I go to you, man, VJ, man. Damn, you know what? Maybe you're right, man. Maybe Flores, was a little bit too harsh on the kid. Maybe he was too rough on him. Yeah, man. McDaniel is the way to go, bro. Yeah, but Cap, man, you know what I mean? Like that game was all McDaniel's fault. I'm like, bro, but how can you say that? I thought in December we were gonna fix these problems because we had the same issues with the past coaches. I thought McDaniel was gonna fix it. How can you say that? Yeah, Cap, but it is what it is, bro. Like if you're gonna run the ball, run the ball. But BJ, we've been saying that for 3 years. Like, when is our quarterback going to take the reign when it matters the most?
It's not even.
By the way,
same.
Brian Flores
It's
didn't
not
lose
even
in
the same.
December. Just
Cap
pointing
for
that
life.
out.
I'm saying, but Brian Flores didn't get sacked yesterday again.
Cap. Focus. How many games have been played in December so far?
2.
How many games have we lost and won in December?
1-1.
How many more games are left to play in December?
4.
3.
3. Exactly. So fucking relax. Let the rest of the games play, please, before we could sit there and jump off the bridge.
Okay, look, granted, and I'll do that, bro.
Bridge right now. For what?
Granted, I'll do that. And that's all it's all about. I just told you 48 hours has passed. I get that. But all I ask is for the arrogance to stop as well when we haven't proven jack shit.
What arrogance?
Bro, when people come out saying, "Oh man, this is why all these people are dumbasses because they say stupid stuff like that,"
Who?
Every time of year, the arrogance comes out, and the football gods spank us in the ass because we're doing it against each other. We start pointing each other. We start pinpointing each other. The receipt book comes out. People get antsy to start cashing out receipts, and then when the shit hits the fan, all of a sudden that same energy is not attempted to be given back. No, bro.
Von Joe, can I take a stab at it?
I'm asking you to focus. Who are people? Because you're just speaking arbitrary right now. Who are people?
Bro, if I was to get technical, I'd be here all day, bro. I know. Come on. Let's cut the bullshit, bro. I know.
Where we go from, we put names on it. Who are
hey,
people?
Von Joe, can I take a stab at it? Because I think I know what he's saying.
Because, again, we talking in circles here. Just saying arbitrary things.
Just listen to me. Don't co-sign to anything. I understand what you're saying because I've been one that hate every time we win a game, right? People go to extremes. They've already said we won the Super Bowl. They already say Tua's MVP. And the thing that you've been hitting at all day, I know what you're saying. Brian Flores, right? That when we win, or like what just recently happened, we signed Austin Jackson, right? And Tua gets behind the podium and takes a passive-aggressive shot at Brian Flores, right?
Bingo.
So I understand what you're saying, but
you
hear what they're saying on the other end, right? Those are the fans. That's the media. Because I agree with you, right? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of every time we win. Certain people, I give you a person like Batman for Von Joe. There's a name. Batman said every time we win, that's a slap in the face to Brian Flores. So when Cap for Life hears this, right? In his mind is interpreted like, okay, now that we lost in December, right? And the games that technically 2 or 1 in December were under Brian Flores. So can we give the same energy? But the only thing I would say, Cap, is I'm learning to do the same thing. I can't let these fans and these media people that push these things that divide us take away from supporting this team.
Yeah,
right?
No doubt.
And I think that's where the problem lies. It's like, when you hear people and put a name on it, like Pete, when you hear that all day about how much he hates Tua, and I'm like, okay, sir, we get that you hate Tua. We're sick of hearing it, right? Or you get people like Batman that hate Liam Eichenberg and hate Flores, right? So every little moment, they're going to constantly remind us. But to me, I thought about it today when I was on Steven's platform. That was the first time I felt like in a long time I had a football conversation, because even though there was those names that came out, we still respected each other's views and spoke about ball. I just say, Cap for Life, you better than that. I get what you're saying about the Flores stuff, because I said the same thing about Tua. Tua, shut up about Flores. I'm tired of these sit-down, passive-aggressive interviews on how you've overcome the toxin to Flores. Because to your point, Cap, when we lose, right, and we lose in a fashion where it's discipline problems and all these different things, right, that Flores, to be honest, had under control, it does give us the right to have a little victory lap. But I say no, we still lost the game. No matter what side of the fence on, we lost the game. And that's what I'm upset about. I'm not waving the flag that Flores was wrongfully. Y'all already know how I feel about that situation, but what that got to do with the price of tea in China? I'm worried about us getting to that next level. I just think some of the fans and the fan base antagonize you to be so defensive, like, ha ha, I got you. But we got to ignore them and focus on what's important, and that's cheering on the Miami Dolphins.
And no, let me
I
tell
land
you
my
something.
plane.
Look, Nene, what you're saying is factual 1000%. And you know what?
Thank you, Nene. You hit it right on the head.
I might be antagonizing the certain most that, you know what I'm saying, like VJ wants me to put names on them, but unfortunately, if I start doing that again, my family will start getting death threats again. So let me say this. I haven't forgotten that incident either. So those same people that got called out before, and I ended up getting those same death threats right after, they know who they are, bro. So I don't need to be having that type of drama. So I can start naming names like crazy. But let me tell you this, the resentment I got, yeah, it might be a little bit over the top sometimes, but it's goddamn warranted, bro. Let me tell you, I never lost faith in my team. I've always preached that to everybody I know. And just because one person that I have issue with that should be taking the reins is not, and I have support for all other 52 that never get heard of, it's kind of one-sided. But let me tell you something. I'm going to keep saying this till the day I die, bro. It's always been about the logo, and it always will be, because every 4 years, these guys come and go every 4 years. So let's just keep it real. I'm always going to be here.
Right, Cap. I just wanted to kind of
Cap, don't let them people change you, bro.
Because my thing is, I can see your point, because I've been on. Y'all already know what happened to me, and despite what an individual say, I'm not playing the victim card. I didn't deserve that. I came in this sports world to talk about sports, not fight about my family. But Cap, in the same magnitude, sometimes you got to step back.
No, I could be worse, man. They trust me. They know I could be worse. I'm holding off because you know I got support for this team. So trust me, I get what you're saying. I need to articulate myself a little bit more nicer and more, you know, leaning towards the product.
Just step back and look at it from the perspective, you know, because here's the thing that I've seen through all of this. Brian Flores hasn't said one word, right? And I'm taking his cue. There's nothing else to say. You know, it's been 3 years, and I hate when and see what happens, Cap, is these, what they say, casuals, when they see these tweets from David Fuentes and all of these different people they're the ones that pushing this narrative, because then all of a sudden you see these stories about Flores resurfacing again. You hear that he's in a coaching cycle now, which is, I think, what they're trying to do personally. His name is
to write about, Nene.
Trying to give them chances of getting the job.
And by the way, real quick,
doing the same thing they did when he sued him in the first place, trying to disparage the man's character.
The national media has nothing to talk about when it comes to it.
No, I'm talking about local guys.
I want to point out something.
Again, they don't have nothing to talk about. They show that negative news sells. There's nothing negative about the Dolphins right now. So let's go ahead and bring up the Flores thing again. Let's keep asking Tua about Flores.
Yeah.
But Tua could be a man and say no comment.
And we keep buying into it. We keep eating it up.
Yeah, no, he volunteered for that little, you know, jab. And you know, I get it, but you know, karma is real. And the football gods don't like ugly, man. That's why I'm worried about us more than anything.
I want to point out something for Cap for Life real quick. And Cap for Life, and one of the things that I think that gets Cap for Life frustrated is there's a member in this. I'm gonna say his name at the end, right? He's been saying about how we don't need to upgrade the running gap when we're talking about Dalvin Cook and whatchamacallit. He said, no, I think Mostert and Achan is good enough. I think this offensive line is going to be just fine. Oh, man, I can't wait to see Van Ginkel and see what he does. This guy said all of this, but everybody ignores what he's been saying because how he feels about Tua. And I think we all know who I'm talking about. Pete has been saying all this, and he was right about that. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you feel about Tua or whatever, there's been a lot of things that he said right as well. And I think that's one thing that Cap for Life is frustrated about is, okay, yeah, when he does get something right, nobody wants to give him his credit as well. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even about that. It's just like people say that you're.
That's one. I said that's one of the things that frustrates you, though.
Well, I mean, it just frustrates me because the way you're saying it right now is kind of accurate, but people can spin it and make it look negative than anything that I've ever said before.
It don't work.
And it's even worse. And it's like, damn, you guys don't acknowledge that, but you're acknowledging me saying that our quarterback needs to step up.
Well, here's the thing. I think with a lot of beefs, it's about being heard, and that's why
It's
people
not working.
including myself. You know, we get to screaming and yelling because you just want your point to be
Trust me,
heard.
Crypto, it's working, and I know that for a fact.
Right.
Well, hey, Cap, I didn't know that your family was. That's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. You turn it up a notch, I'll turn it up even 2 more notches, bro. And I know for a fact they know that. You say they're not listening. I know for a fact they are.
That's completely like that's out of control, man.
Josh Allen, that happens. That's the thing in this fan base that I walked into. When I start really hearing the stories about when people disagree, and I hate to say it, it's always one name, Tua, or something that has to do with this regime. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's a lot of younger kids who just can't respect other people's opinion, and it starts getting into this new way of the way we handle business. Back in the day, you used to go outside, fight, and then you friends again. These guys got to go after your family, go and pull pictures and make memes. We didn't do all of that back in the day. You had a problem with somebody, you handled your business, you moved on, and you were friends later. You got a lot of, I'm be honest, you got a lot of men in here that act like women, and I'm a woman, so I can say it. They got a lot of beta energy. They want their point to be heard, but they don't want to hear yours. And for someone like Cap, though, I understand what Vonjo has said, but listen to what Vonjo has said. This man has said the same thing in multiple platforms today. And I guess he feels like he's not being heard because where's the energy? Right? When Tua was playing good, we got the PFFF, we got the slow down video, we got the MVP chance, but when he does poorly, oh, it's the offensive line. Oh, it's Mike McDaniel. And that's where I agree with Cap. Like, if you're going to toot your horn for him, then you got to hold him accountable with the same vigor and not say that, oh, him taking responsibility, oh, that's just a humble guy of Tua. No, he played bad, and he said that he played bad. It is what it is. It's this obsessive generation of being right. You know, they can't just say, you know what, I made a mistake, I'm wrong. And that's why I appreciated Vonjo in another space. So I went down and he was an adult about it. But you can't, for a lot of these people, it doesn't matter what you see or say. They're gonna take their opinions to the grave. I just say, Cap, I understand you. I agree with a lot of what you said, but there's also another side of it too. Just breathe and calm down.
Yeah,
and
no doubt. Yeah, you always got to listen, but you always got to, at the same time, if you want to be heard, you got to listen. And that's something that I always took to heart when I got on these streams, because a lot of people need to be heard, bro, not just me.
I know Color mentioned too, like I think it was a couple weeks ago, he got his life threatened too, which is fucking that's pretty sick.
No, it's one thing to do it to me. I'm man enough to take it, bro, because I'll find your ass. But you don't touch my parents, you don't touch my kids, bro. And that's the one thing that they crossed the line on.
But that's to me the other stuff that I'll be honest with the men in the community. Y'all got to figure that out, because I'll be honest, that seemed more, to be honest, like a female thing, right? This females are catty like that. Men are men. It shouldn't get to that point over a sports take. And Josh Allen, there was a lot of stuff. I came in and I said I didn't feel, because I'm a Dolphin fan. That means I hate Brian Flores. No, I remember what he inherited, and people don't talk about that. This team was a hot mess when Brian Flores came to this team. And in that first season, he was dealt the hand where every week you would get somebody from the doggone local Jiffy Lube to be on his team. So I can appreciate 2 winning seasons. Now, what went on between the front office, let's be honest, none of us was really there. That's why when everybody's talking about it, I'm like, how you feel so strong about it when you weren't even there? The media could push anything to trigger your buzz. If you don't believe me, you could watch the news on CNN and get one take, and you could go to Fox News and get a totally different take about the same situation. That's the whole job of the media, to push you in different directions. But sometimes you got to use your common sense for 500, Alex. And what ended up happening to me... was
And then
stupid.
Yeah.
there is I don't know if you know, but there's a reason why it's called a hit piece.
Yeah.
They do, the media do hit pieces because they want to hit people's credibility that way.
Yeah, and it's about interactions, like because I noticed, and people may not like us, they hate Brian Flores, but to me, the moment his name was recently brought up as a good head coach, here come Miami media and what made it disgusting is
Yeah, it's like it was
They
timed.
used Austin Jackson re-signing as the precursor to rehash that stuff up. I'm like, come on, we
Right.
gotta
That
be
was real
better than
slick. That
this.
was some slick
That,
stuff.
that that
Yeah.
was nasty. Like, why? The man's been gone for 3 years. And you know what happened?
The subtle
Every
stuff they
single
do.
minion went right back into it. Now we got F. Brian Flores. And I'm like, what are we doing? We 9-3. Why are we worried about what Brian Flores allegedly did with Austin Jackson? Because here's the thing that people don't realize. Tua never names the coach. He always just says the regime. That's an open-ended statement. How many coaches have left the
Yeah.
organization from that road? That could be anybody. I'm not saying it's not, but people take a little bit of cheese and the media gets them because you look at their engagements, it's like 300 comments. You get more comments about Brian Flores than an actual win.
Right.
And that is ridiculous. But I get what you're
Yeah,
saying, Cap.
it's
I just
crazy.
came here to kind of give you some perspective because everybody was yelling at you instead of talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what came out. You see Josh Allen, you didn't even know what this man went through on why he's so defensive about certain things. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes as people, just slow down and have a conversation with somebody. Stop just, oh, they don't agree with me. Yeah. You're never going to get nowhere that way. And I land my plane.
Point, Nene.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you, Nene. Thank you.
Yeah. When you
Hey,
slander
by the way,
somebody,
Nene, are we on
the
for tomorrow,
lawsuits
right?
do come.
We on for tomorrow? 8:00?
Oh yeah, and I'm excited about it. I thought when I was sick that I was gonna have to rain check, but I go back to the doctor tomorrow. I think everything's gonna be good to go. Just letting y'all know I'm diabetic, so sometimes
Okay.
I get really sick
Okay.
for low blood sugar, not high. So I
Right.
get
It's the
really
opposite
sick.
end.
So sometimes, like if I don't eat, it becomes a problem. That's why a lot of times y'all see my page, I have those high calorie items in there because I need that for my blood sugar. But yeah,
Right.
I'll be
Got you.
on here, God willing. I keep you posted, Shake Money.
You
But
know, collard greens with apple cider vinegar and Himalayan salt works real well. That alleviates all of that. So
yeah,
I'm just
but you
gonna
know
put
what?
that out there.
To be factual, apple cider vinegar does help, but I ain't putting them in my damn collard greens. I don't care what.
So what's up, Q man? What's good, brother? You haven't
Hey, what's up,
you haven't
what's
heard
up
from
to
you,
the
man.
panel?
I don't
Hey,
hear
what's
from
Hey,
you
up,
often.
hey,
Q?
I look
Nene.
forward to it
Hey,
every time
hey,
we
Cap.
never get
Hey,
to I never
my
get to see you
boy.
on one of my panels, so I'm glad that you're up here, bro.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah. Appreciate you, Shake. Hey, Nene, right on. I didn't want to get into it. It sounds like you got a.
You sound
It
low.
sounds like you
You
got a
sound low, Q.
degree. It
Q, you
sounds like
sound
you
low.
got a. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear you.
I can
you
I
hear
gotta
got
you.
raise up the mic a little
All
bit.
right. Let me shout out to Nene.
Hold on,
It sounds
hold on.
like you got a. You got.
Go
You hear
ahead.
me now?
Yeah,
you.
perfect.
Shout
Yes.
out to Nene. Sound like you got a degree in psychology. Thank way to go for breaking it down to its core. Because I didn't know where the hell Cap was coming from, even though I wanted to help. I didn't. Sometimes not helping helps. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to you, Nene, for breaking it down. Cap, hey, I'm sorry, brother. And it sounds to me like primarily everything is coming from Twitter. Is it from Twitter, Cap? Because I
Nah,
don't hear
bro. I
none of
mean,
this.
look. And I know, bro. I just started embracing Twitter. Let's say what the past year, more or less. So I
Yeah.
mean, you and I've been through these same YouTube streets and Twitter streets, and you know
Yeah.
that we've pretty much come together around the YouTube street. So let's
Yeah.
just put it like this: you and I both know more or less where the static first originally started from, and I'm gonna leave it like that, bro. But it's just
All right.
coincidentally enough, once that happened, I start getting people over here talking about they're gonna blow my family's house up and talking about they're gonna take my family and bro, like you don't even want to know, bro, the amount of crap that was said while I'm still on the phone listening to them, bro.
Man, and people need to stop taking this shit
And
seriously.
see what's the problem when you read the comments? You got people that like stuff like that. They like people getting attacked. This is their entertainment, but this is somebody's life. All
Yeah.
because they don't want to hang Brian Flores or they don't want to get on their knee pads for Tua. That is ridiculous. And like I said, if you over the
Yeah, it's
18
run
years
extreme.
old, especially, here's the thing. I expect women to be that way, not men. Men I expect to be men, and it's a lot in those comments. There's not men. They got a lot of. I don't know if they want to raise. I don't want to go there, but it's just like something's missing to where you take football that serious that
Right.
you call it crying that somebody's family was threatened. Like, where are you on the right side of this? Like,
Hey,
it's
by the
beyond the
way,
Miami Dolphins. Because what if somebody unfortunately gets killed? Is it a joke? Is it crying? Because I'm letting you know right now. Some of my family is looking for those dudes that did that to me. I won't do it, but they will. So when you over there laughing about it or calling it whining or daycare, whatever metaphor it is, what if it's your family? Because in these days you can't take nothing as a joke. There's plenty of people that done shot up stores, churches, schools, and people say, "Oh, they joking. It's just the internet." That's why when Doc says that stupid shit, I get so mad
Yeah.
because there's so many things that have happened that were warnings over the internet that actually did physically happen. So like it just bothers me because I like when I came to this
Unfortunately,
community,
you're right.
I came to talk about the Miami Dolphins football. I didn't come for my family to be attacked. I didn't come on here for my picture to be put on memes. And here's the thing. Build a relationship with somebody before you start joking with somebody like that.
Right.
Somebody you know may be cool with that. But if I'm fresh here, you don't know me to be grabbing my picture and doing all that stuff because you disagree that I don't want to lynch Brian Flores. Like, grow up. But that's why I came up here for Cap, because sometimes with people when they're producing out projecting like that, it's probably a difficult reason on why they are. Because like I said, I heard him say the same thing in 3 platforms. So it's gotta be something more than just angry Cap that don't want to be a
so
Miami Dolphin fan. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, but to be fair too, um, uh, I've heard Cap for Life get into arguing with somebody. Cap, why are you so angry? He goes, I don't know. It's a slow time. I just need to bring up some drama. So he's
Yeah, but
done that
that's hey,
before.
look, you know when I'm trolling, bro, but at the same time, it's just like, you know what I
So
mean?
that's
Like,
what I thought. I thought that's what you're doing now. So you
oh
know what I
no, no,
mean?
no, no. Trust me. Like, if everybody thinks that the Miami Dolphins are not listening to what we're saying, you're fooling and you're mistaken. But let me tell you something. It's not to pinpoint somebody from the Dolphins, but I guarantee you, if I say it long enough and loud enough, that one person that gets agitated by me being in this community is gonna hear it and get even more fucking agitated.
Mm.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
going on,
and like I
Mountie? The
still see
mountain
the
man out
deaths.
there, man.
And crypto, you and I both know because we both served. And the part of the thing was taking threats seriously. Because sometimes people get comfortable
Yeah.
on the internet as to what their plans are. How many manifestos were found on the internet? How many times
Exactly.
somebody done
When
shot up
you
somewhere?
realize that they actually right, they went on their Facebook or Instagram page like, man, he actually told us that he was about to do this.
Yeah.
In plain daylight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
They go
that's the
find that
ignorance of
manifesto.
a lot of people that ain't been through nothing. You can tell that, and that's why a lot of it I just blow off and just put my laughing out loud. Because if you actually been there, I've seen when I had soldiers tell soldiers that they were gonna kill themselves through DM, and then you come in a room and they slit in their wrist. So my
They
experience
done,
is a
yeah.
little
They
different.
slumped over in the
Yeah,
chair.
just saying that it's the internet. People really right now. That's the venting right now. That's the call. You know how they used to say the call for help. A lot of it is the
Mm-hmm.
internet because that's where people feel comfortable to express themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. I just ignore the ignorance. But Cat for Life, I apologize that happened to your family as someone that's been attacked for a football
Nah,
take.
mama, I keep it
And I
moving.
hope
That
all
happened
is
like, hey,
well.
look, that happened like almost 2 years ago. So I keep it moving. And trust me, man, like I got no ill remorse towards anybody here. If anything, anybody knows me that's trying to come up, I help them, bro. I inspire growth around this community. So for people to try to outcast me and tell me I bring nothing to this community, let me tell you something. The past 24 to 48 hours, I brought a little bit of reality, and I think they didn't like it.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, that's one thing about Cat for Life. I think the day when I was doing my show, I have a show called In the Blender on Larry K's channel, where I interview Dolphin fans, how they became a Dolphin fan, whatever. And one of the first few people to help me launch the show was Cap for Life, Crypto, and Miss Pam. And I'm always appreciative of that. I'm always going to be appreciative of that for Cat for Life. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, you fam, bro. You know you fam. All of you are fam, bro. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, I can't make everybody happy. I'm me, and I'm never gonna change who I am, bro. But you know what? You ain't never gonna have a friend like me in this life, bro. And that's very hard to come by in this world. So I mean, just, God don't like ugly, man. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And let me say
Yeah,
this,
and
Cap.
Q, to your point,
Some
I am
serious things has happened.
You do have a degree?
Yeah, well, I'm a dual major, law school and pastoral counseling, so I got a little bit of
Can
both.
tell.
And I
By
was
the
a
way
chef
you
for
was,
21 years,
yeah,
so
the way you was
got a little
breaking
thing going
everything
on here.
down.
And by the
And
way,
I talk football. I talk football to take my mind off of everything,
by the way, I'm ending the show in 15 minutes, so if you want to, I'll come up for your last. But no, by the way, Q was a religious man too. Nene, he's a God. You know what I mean? He's a God-fearing man as well.
I'm a God-fearing man, Nene. I fear
Hey,
God.
well, I just got straight A's on my finals with being those spaces.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Shake. Hey, Cap. I don't mean to come off as sensitive to, change the tune at this point. But like the man said, we got 15 minutes left. So let me change this tune real quick.
Do it, bro. Do it.
Moving forward, I got a question. I'm gonna pose a question to the panel. Moving forward, seeing what we saw Monday night and the holes that were evident, right? What is the major concern moving forward? And I want everybody to get in on this. Whoever want to go.
Complacent.
I'll
I
say.
would sum it
Let me
up in
say.
this:
My major concern is that Mike McDaniel tries to outsmart himself and fucking instead of trying to run into the end zone, he was doing. He not only did he fell at that corner route once, he fell at it twice. You would think he would stop going to that play once they seen that they had answers for it. You know what I'm saying? If you know it didn't work the first time with a taller receiver, how do you think it's gonna work with a shorter receiver? You know what I mean? So I think that's my biggest concern is Mike McDaniel out thinking himself and thinking he's, you know what I mean? I know, that's pretty much my biggest concern. And yeah, he says he's gonna run more, but he's not doing it.
Let me go real quick. I got two concerns right now. I voiced it right after the game, post game. I'm gonna reiterate it today. One, how do you move on? How do you adjust without, let's say, majority of your offense, which I've been saying this since the game ended. And two, how can you trust your quarterback to be that guy without a Tyreek Hill, right? And it's not taken away from Tua because everything about Tyreek Hill, the way he's been performing this season is also relative to the quarterback at the helm of the offense, right? So vice versa. But how do you move on, without Tyreek, and can you trust, or how can you trust your quarterback to be that guy when your entire offense is? And this is what I'm saying. Don't quote me. This, you can say majority, you can say 70, whatever portion. But I'm saying Tyreek is majority offense. You take that away, Tua is lost because it was designed that way. How do you move forward with that? And so it's Tyreek and Tua. That's my major concern.
I would
That's
think
fair enough.
really quickly. I just would think that we saw when Tyreek Hill was not in the game how our offense basically just almost stumbled. I mean, he brings that much. I mean, the guy commands a double team every time he's on the field for the most. Every time he goes in the
Speak on
pattern.
it, Monty.
So he's cutting the field. He's essentially cutting the field in half. So which creates opportunities for other people. But the thing before even Tyreek, this offensive line, dude, we're down 3/5 of our offensive line. Now, I mean, given the games that we're going to play, these last 4 games, and their defensive front, they're formidable, very, very formidable. So I'm concerned about Tua's health. Him, and I don't even know. Last I heard, I think Tyreek is day to day. So and he's got an ankle something. And if Tyreek doesn't play, and because Tua, he only can really get the ball out quick to Tyreek and Waddle. Now if Tyreek doesn't play, now they can bracket Waddle and make him go other places. Well, can everybody else create separation like Tyreek Hill? No, which will enable Tua to get the ball out quickly. So that's my concern.
Well, I'm gonna go and say my concern is adjustments, right? At some point, if you see something's not working, you have to adjust. To have a stubborn game plan that we just gonna force this square peg in this circle because we're just that good. That's not that's when the difference between confidence and arrogance. And I think that's what happened with the Tennessee Titan game. We're going to continue to have this game plan even though they're giving us something different. And that's to me, like I said it earlier in a space, we blame, the head coaches and heavy head that wears the crown. Absolutely. But those are not the only people that work for the Miami Dolphins that are a part of this organization. You have coordinators, you have different people that also have influence. And for what it's worth, everybody says how approachable McDaniel is. I'm wondering if those other people are pulling him to the side and saying, hey, we got to stop throwing this, because they have all the technology, they have the
Well,
iPads, you have all these different people. So for me, I don't know if it's McDaniel just saying, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do, and that's it," or we don't
well,
have a plan B. I know I put a video up a couple of months ago about Aronde Gaston saying that sometimes we get a little too flash in the pants for the most part, and we just need to have you know a simple game plan, right? For us being at home, you can't say crowd noise anymore. You can't say it away. The next couple of games are at home. So I just think they have to humble themselves and adjust the offensive game plan and defense if something isn't working. And you have to do it in expeditiously. You can't keep having these plays where you got to call a timeout because you can't get the play in on time. That's ridiculous.
and I get that, but you can't just scrap the again making in-game adjustments. I agree, Nene, 1,000%. We got to do better in that aspect. McDaniel himself has to be better in that. But you can't just scrap like a whole game plan and just say, "No, we're gonna scrap everything we talked about, we worked on, or whatever, and we're just gonna change it up, just everything." We can't. You can't do that neither. But I just wanted to touch on real quick on Mounty's concern, and I hear that. That's a valid point. I would just say though, I'm not as worried in that aspect of the tight window throws anymore, right? And before I get to that point, I just again, I think Mounty, where I agree with you, we need to see Tua do that on a more consistent basis. But I'm gonna give you a play, right, where I don't think the tight window throws are much of a concern, at least for me. I'm not saying for anybody else, just for me. Tennessee game Monday night. Remember when, and I was surprised Waddle with some of the drop issues he has. Remember when Waddle got lit up? I think it was either the first or second drive of the game. You remember that? Everybody remember that play?
What happened? Say that again.
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
I
The
remember,
very
sir.
first part, the first quarter.
Where the Waddle throw where Tua threw the ball and Waddle got absolutely
And he
lit
got
up.
nailed.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was concerned.
Yeah.
Okay, right there. But Mounty, you said your concern was where if Tyreek is not on the field, or they can bracket coverage, or other guys might not be able to separate. I think in years 1 and 2, hell, and maybe even last year to say that might be a concern. But Mounty, I just on that play specifically, the reason I'm only bringing that up is because it's basically it was bracket coverage on Waddle, right? That's why he got lit up, because the inside linebacker, he had his back towards Tua. he didn't see the ball coming, right? Before Tua threw that ball, Waddle hadn't even came out of his break yet on the in-breaking route. The corner on the right side
Lewis,
was
I'm sorry to cut you off real quick, but I think that play kind of contradicts what you're trying to say, because Tyreek was on the field on that play. He was drawing attention from that linebacker.
Again, but there was three people. There were three people that hit it don't matter if Tyreek was on the field or not. What I'm addressing was Mounty's point of the tight window throw. For Tua, when Tua let that ball out, Waddle hadn't even came out of his break yet. If you notice, the ball was already out of Tua's hand. Waddle wasn't even coming out of the break on the in-breaking route. That ball went through a linebacker, right, that had his back towards Tua, was on, again, hit Waddle right in stride. To the right side of Waddle was the corner and a safety that was barreling down that actually hit Waddle on first contact. There's three people in that tight window, and Tua still made the throw. I don't think the tight window throws are the problem anymore. I just think, and again, this is where I give Tua tremendous fault in the game on Monday. I watched the film, right? That's why I wasn't in the Twitter space today. We were watching the film, a couple of us guys, we had the StreamYard link, and we were watching the film together. Bro, we can sit here, and again, I will never criticize nobody for saying we should have ran the ball more, if that's your opinion. I'll give you that. Where Tua has the blame, though, and this is where when we blame Mike McDaniel, McDaniel has to do a better job. Bro, there's plays to be made all over the field. Tua just looked like he was gun shy on Monday. He's staring at things, and the ball's not coming out of his hand. Like he's patting, like, oh, I see it. Hold on, pat, pat, pat. Oh, I see it. Hold on, another pat, and that's why you see the 5 sacks. If
you know what's weird?
If Tua just plays his game and gets the ball out quick, right, and trusts his eyes, man, listen, I see it, boom, I'm gonna let it go. I think that was Tua's biggest problem. I don't think, again, throwing into tight window throws, I think Tua can do that. We just need to see him do it on a more consistent basis. And on Monday night, for whatever reason, he was just a little gun shy, in my opinion.
The video that I saw it seemed like Vrabel and company was doing a little bit of what Brandon Staley and them was doing last year with Shane. Because see, what Tua sees pre-snap is different post-snap, so that's why he's patting the ball, because he's not sure where the defender is based on where my receiver is supposed to be. So that makes him pull the ball down and get these cover sacks. And that's what I think.
Bro, on the last drive of the game, right? And I believe it was a sack play. It's floating all around Twitter, and we seen it again today on the All 22 when we watched the film. Bro, there was a play, I believe it was a 3rd and 6. Cedric Wilson is playing the boundary wide receiver. It's a 3-step drop from Tua Tagovailoa. In this particular coverage, the Tennessee Titans were playing man. It looked like zone, but at the end of the day, they ran man. Braxton Berrios was in the slot at this point, right? Braxton Berrios runs maybe a yard after the sticks, maybe even 2 yards after the 6. He runs an out route. Cedric Wilson on the boundary runs about a 6-yard in-breaking route right at the sticks.
It's more like a dig route.
It's more like a dig route, Crypto. Tua Tagovailoa hits the back foot, right? And I think it was Dante Continelli that put the tweet out yesterday. I retweeted it on my page. Tua Tagovailoa on his 3-step drop, back foot hits. He's looking dead ass at Cedric Wilson. Dead ass. And they had the Tennessee Titans put to sleep on that route concept, right? Great route concept by Mike McDaniel. Great play design. Had them for the first down, again, what everybody's saying, well, we could have ran the ball and we would have kept the chains rolling. Well, again, the argument is, I'm not here to debate if you want to run the ball. What I'm here to debate is, when Tua has that play in front of him, again, that, to me, in my opinion, watching it, when you got it, and especially, bro, we all know this offense is rhythm and timing based. Bro, that 3-step, if you're looking at him and you got it, that ball has to come out. And for whatever reason, Tua was just a little gun shy on Monday.
Let's call it what it is, Louis. And I'm a big Tua guy. Everybody knows that. And I'm gonna say this, man. It looked to me that Tua, when it should be, when the moment came and it should be Tua time, right? That phrase Tua time. It should have been Tua time. The moment got too big for him, and you know his mo, right? The reason the offense works so well with him is because it caters to his skill set, which is what quick quick release with accuracy and anticipation. I didn't see none of that, and I've seen, and as you said, when he takes those 3-step drops, he got his man right there sitting, right? Because I think that's just what the wide receiver coach has been teaching his wide receiver. When you see that the zone that you're in, they got no defenders, sit there. Tua's gonna get you that ball real quick. Man, a lot of missed opportunities. And I really hated that for him, man, because it was Tua time. Basically it was Tua time, but it came out. He failed, and he fell short of the moment. So I think the moment was too big for him.
Hey, Q. As long as how many years we known each other? Almost 4, going on almost 4, right? How many times you and me got into it about coaching? How many times?
A lot of times. Yep.
All I know.
I can't hear nobody.
I can, but Shake, you said we short on time, right? You got
I'm gonna let's get some final thoughts, man, because I gotta take care of some things.
Well, let me say my final thoughts real quick and give my concerns, because I got to be honest with you guys. The reality is you guys aren't really concerned on what the real concern should be. Look at what just happened to us Monday night. We just got exploited on defense by a rookie quarterback who was able to move the ball. The injuries on our defense are piling up and they're hurting us. And Xavier Howard looked weak in that game late in the game. He gave up big penalties. This game that we're about to play Sunday, this is another, and if not more, physical and better defense than the Titans are. They're going to come out and exploit some of the stuff that we have missing on offense. Zach Wilson is going to be there and feel more confident. And that's just the reality. Right now, our defense is a concern. If these guys don't pick it up, based on what you guys have been complaining about the offense the whole time, I'm telling you, it's like a volcano has already erupted, and we're the latecomers that didn't listen to the alarm, and now we're running from the lava on the streets, just running.
I think I better go next.
It's hot. It's getting hot, and the warning signs we ignored it. It's too late now.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to you guys.
Damn. Alert.
Boy, I tell you, you listen to these
What's going on, Fred?
guys.
What happened?
They interrupt your shit. That's how it is. You listen to them, get their whole takeoff, and hey, here they go. Finish, Lewis, because it's your due, man. Okay, you quiet now. So I've been saying this for now about 4 weeks. McDaniel has taken Tua out of what he known with O'Shea, and at least with O'Shea, he got Waddle the ball for an all-time rookie record.
O'Shea, by the way.
Okay. So my thing is, when you translate
that's what I was just about to say. This man ain't never played with O'Shea. What are you talking about?
O'Shea.
Who's our first coordinator?
His first was
Christian Worth.
Brian Flores.
Chan Gailey.
Charlie.
Christian Worth will be in the locker room on Sunday.
Chan Gailey. Sorry.
Jalen Waddle's first coordinator was dual coordinators.
Right. Godsey and Stu.
Thank you, Pete. So if Tua was what I'm trying to translate here is McDaniel has done something to Tua, because Tua was able to see Waddle for over 100 and something catches. But when Tyreek is out the game, you're so immersed in what McDaniel has taught you that you don't even see your 100 and something catch guy anymore, which you're normally accustomed to doing with Waddle. You can't see it because this offense is tailored you to what McDaniel wants you to do, what you need to do to impress McDaniel. And like I've been telling y'all for the past month, Tua is fighting that because he's actually running and scrambling and he's sliding and he's doing what he can. My question to Tua is this, and I know Tua listens to this show, bro.
Damn.
You know what you had. You had Calhoun, you had Calhoun, you had Caros, and you had Jesse Davis. You have the same line that you had then now, Tua. You should be running after 2 seconds like you did then when you got 217 yards rushing for the season. That's like 10 a game. But my point is, you and Fitzmagic knew when to get out there because your line was poor. There's no excuses. And on top of that, McDaniel has done something to you where you don't see Waddle anymore. And when Tyreek is not there, you fucking can't see Waddle or the normal things that you used to do with dual coordinators. Thanks, guys. That's my final take.
Hey, Sharif, before you go, I just got a simple question. You said Tua had 217 yards. And do you mean rushing?
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
One thing him and
Man, Sharif, you remember that
Fitzmagic
argument
did.
I had with you telling us
asking.
that
One
Tua
Oh,
thing,
was a rush?
Pete.
Hey, stop, bro.
Pete, hold on.
listen.
Sharif, are you trying to say that Tua Tagovailoa in a season had 217 yards rushing?
I think he had more than that, but he had like 10 a
Where
pop.
in the fuck did you see Tua Tagovailoa in a season
What am I
have
missing?
217 yards or
Hold on,
more
let me write this
rushing,
down. I
Sharif?
got my number 2 pencil out. Give me a second.
It was in his Madden franchise.
Sharif, I mean
So
honestly, Sharif. I mean honestly.
Hold on, goddammit. I need my number 2 pencil, goddammit.
Where in the fuck were you watching, Sharif? You say you watch film. Where in the fuck did you ever see Tua run for
this is what happens, right?
217 yards?
So the point will go over you guys' head because this guy wants to be loud and waste his breath out of his mouth
I'm
while he's
asking
comfortable
you
in
a
his own
question for
home.
what you
I
said.
ain't answering your question because you killing my point. My point is, Tua knew when the fuck to get out of there. Fitz knew when the fuck to get out of there. I don't care what you say, motherfucker, because he had Calhoun, he had Caros, and he had Jesse Davis. He has a worse line now. He ran out of there and he's not doing it because McDaniel is fucking his brain over with something new and he can't see Waddle anymore. Answer that.
Okay, cool.
Motherfucker, you so smart?
Yeah.
Answer that.
I will. I'm gonna answer. You done? You done now? I can answer.
So why can't he see Waddle when he saw Waddle 100 and something times with dual coordinators? And why is it that he's not scrambling when he scrambled when he had a worse line? Calhoun, Caros, and Jesse Davis.
Wait a minute, a second. Before we get started, hold on, Lewis.
I have no idea.
I'm just want to rattle off. Okay.
Then get on board because I've been saying it for a month.
Hold on. Let me rattle some stats off here because you know me. I like to. All right. 2020, Tua had 109 rushing yards. 2021, he had 128. 2022, he had 70, and last year he had 55. So his rushing numbers have decreased in the few years.
So what I'm saying is,
get 200 from.
He said he ran for 217 yards in a season. That's why I was.
I think that might have been Fitz, Lewis. That might have been Fitz. I'm not sure, but the thing is, they got out of there. They got out of there.
I don't know.
They had a worse line. My point is, they had a worse line, and they got out of there.
In 2015, Fitzpatrick was our leading rusher. But go ahead.
Right.
Thank you, Shake. My thing is, right? They had a terrible line, worse than this, with the injuries, with the 4 injuries. They got out of there and ran the ball and slide. They're not doing it because McDaniel is fucked to his brain over, and now he can't even see Waddle. Why can't you see Waddle the way you did when you made an all-time rookie record? Tyreek's out the game. All of a sudden, you're a dumb clown.
I'm gonna
What
just
the
say
fuck
this
is going
because
on?
I'm gonna just say this because I've been trying to be quiet on it, Sharif. But honestly, when you keep saying that he don't see Waddle, this is what pisses me off. Everybody in this community on that 4th down sack is
This has to
blaming the
be fucking
offensive
ridiculous.
line because Tua got
When
sacked, right?
Tua could have got
Hold
out of
on,
there
hold
just
on,
like he did
Sharif.
with Calvin
Sharif, hold
Karras
on.
and Jesse
Hey,
Davis.
Sharif, go look at the last play of the game last night, right? And look at Tua, and what does he do? Instead of continuing to drop back and look for Waddle, like you're saying, he has to step up, run up, and he can't see over the line. He cannot see over the line. So that's
Hey,
why
listen.
All
he's
right. On that
pushing
note,
up, running up, and he gets
Hey,
sacked, bro.
hey,
He ran into that
Shake,
sack
real quick.
himself. Good
Oh, okay,
night,
Pete.
fellas.
Hey, okay. Good night, Pete. Hey, Shake. Before you close it up, real quick, I asked for Tony. I asked for my dog to come up here.
all right, go
Tony,
for it.
can
What's
you
up?
please, Tony, if you have a chance, if you're by your computer or wherever, Tony, can you please give me Tua's rushing numbers, please? I just need to know. I never seen. I'm just asking Tony. Tony, have you
Tony,
seen
I
Tua
saw you
run
at the
for
game,
almost
man.
1,000 yards?
You saw
I
me at the
saw, I,
game.
s- yeah, I saw you at the game, bro. You had on a jersey. I think you had on.
Why you ain't pull up?
No,
What you
man.
at the game
No,
too?
no, 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 no. I saw you on the tailgate when you came out to represent, my man.
What was I?
You came on the tailgate, StreamYard, and you were in the stadium. I was like, damn, there go Tony. Tony at the game.
When was that? What? When this year?
Yeah, he's talking about
Not
probably
this.
when you did the
Probably
tailgate
the
with
Washington
Batman.
game. Probably the Washington. Yeah, Batman was there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the one when you went
that's
on the
probably the
stream, Tony, with
Washington game.
Batman.
Hold on. Oh, you. Oh man.
No,
What you talking
he's
about? Early?
talking not Washington.
No, it's
It
not the
was at a
Washington
home
game.
game when you
It's a
were on
home
the
game
stream
with
yard with
That's
Batman.
that.
Batman doing the
That
call.
wasn't the Giants game. That's probably the Washington game.
Oh, you talking
Because
about
I remember
Batman? I thought. Oh, okay. He was saying something.
Yeah, it's a home game.
Yeah,
Washington
no, yeah.
tailgate. It was Washington tailgate. Yeah.
And no, it wasn't the
No,
Washington
it wasn't
tailgate.
Washington.
It
Because
was
Batman
at
won in
home when
Washington.
Batman. Bro,
No,
Tony, and listen,
it was the Giants
Jesus
one.
Christ, bro, it don't matter. It was a home game.
A home game.
It
Yeah.
was a home game, and I was. You talk about when I went over there to chill with Batman when he had the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I
At
was
the
way
game,
wrong on Tua.
Batman
I
just.
think it was Fitzmagic. Yeah,
Oh,
who
okay.
had most of the
Well,
running numbers.
okay. Well,
I
but
admit
then
I'm wrong.
on that note, I'll just bow out, Tony. I'm sorry I got you out of bed and got you up here.
No, I'm good. I ain't
I just wanted
No,
to
but you
know,
got my point.
Tony.
Fitz would have gotten out of there.
Point. What
Fitz would have gotten out of there
What the hell does Fitz have to do with Tua?
because they had a worse line than the 4 linemen who got hurt yesterday, and they knew how to get out of there. Then what the hell happened now?
But what does Fitz
What
have to do
happened
with
to Tua? Because they both got out of there. They both got out of there with a terrible line, knowing that they had a terrible line. It was one Mississippi, and I'm gone. What's the change now? And you're you're older, you're more experienced. What's the change now? Why are you not one and done?
Like I said, Tony, I just wanted
You think
to hear
that line's
Tony
gonna
give
hold
me,
up? Why are you not scrambling out of there?
I just wanted Tua's rushing numbers. That's all I wanted, Tony. But have a good night, brother.
No, but
Wow. You think he should be getting design
So-
runs, Sharif?
I think he should be hitting Waddle just like he did with both coordinators, dual coordinators. He should be easily hitting Waddle whether Tyreek is there or not. McDaniel has done something to this dude's brain where he just
This man
Waddle
said Tua
Tyreek's
had
out.
200
Oh, I'm
yards
fucked.
rushing.
Well, this season he got 55. So.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah, it's
Bill,
going down.
you got
Damn.
I just his rushing numbers have gone down over the years, but since he started,
it's not his focus.
But Villain, do you have any final thoughts before we close this down?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up, Shake? What's up,
Are
Rue?
we
What's up,
are
Cap?
we sure that Tua has even 100 yards rushing in the season? Shake, I can't believe.
No, he had over 100. He had 100 something. I just saw it. He had 100.
In 2020.
That's
That was
crazy.
just barely 100.
Bro,
Yeah.
I never thought that Tua even got close to 100 yards. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had all right. Here we go. He has 362 total rushing yards. He had 109.
How dare you disrespect Tua? Take that
He had
back.
109.
Take it back, Lewis.
He had 36 attempts and 109 rushing yards in 2020.
What are you gonna do?
Take it back.
You're gonna hit him with a coconut?
In 2021.
Yeah, no. You're gonna have to apply again to be a Dolphin. You're gonna have to apply again. You disrespected Tua by saying that.
In 2021, he had 128 rushing yards.
My Christ. Jesus Christ, they think this guy's a snail.
And 3 rushing touchdowns too. He's had his first 2 years. He had.
Yeah, I know he has rushing touchdowns. Yeah, for sure.
No. You couldn't know. You couldn't know because he doesn't have any yards according to you.
Quarterbacks don't have a rushing touchdown.
Just for the record, Tua averaged 2.7 yards per game rushing.
Whoa, that sounds. Hey, he's well on his way to 1,000, Tony. That's all that means.
Well, sounds like he's up there with freaking Miles Gaskin.
That's his career. 2.7 rushing yards a game. He had 362 total and 4 seasons.
And so McDaniel is working on this kid, and I think
Wait a minute.
I think he's drowning the kid, man. He's drowning the kid. The kid can't see Waddle anymore. The kid does not know to get out of the pocket anymore. He's trying to see something to impress Waddle. I mean, to impress McDaniel.
The panel is what you're doing. You're drowning the panel.
Listen, I've been saying this for a month, and I'm right. You can't prove facts wrong. That's what's wrong with you, Lewis. I've been saying this for a month. The kid is drowned by McDaniel's game plan. He's drowned. And the things he normally could have seen, which gave Waddle 100 and something catches, he can't see that anymore. And on top of that, he got out of the pocket.
Let Billy get his final thought.
But he had his
Go ahead.
He had the 2 best seasons in his career with McDaniels.
It's all good. It's all good, yo. Not for nothing. I'm saying like all this hot wind I've been hearing is stronger than what we've been feeling tonight down here in sunny South Florida, which ain't fucking been sunny. But not for nothing, what I'm trying to say right now is I just want to agree with everybody's point. Nene, shout out, fucking beautiful job. Cap, fantastic points. Lou, fantastic points as always. Shay, just gonna say thank you very much for hosting. But one thing I just want to say is we kind of fucked right now. And I'm only gonna say it this way. The only reason I feel like this is because literally it's the O line. The O line. We kind of in a bad way because we got here's what if everybody pays attention, go back and look at all those teams we lost to and the Titans, and I'm just gonna put it out there, the Titans have that kind of Z. And the way they played us, same way. So here's what happened. They hit us because they all hit hard. And I'm just saying, like, teams that got strong motherfucking defenders that can really, really punish you, that's what happens. And you know what? Why else do you think that we got injured so badly in this game? It ain't the motherfucking heat. It ain't because it's too damn hot and we stressed. We live down here. This is not a new thing to us. It's because they hit hard as fucking rocks. And that's what happened to us. And that's why those last 3 games or 4 games we got now, that's what we're going up against. I mean, it's kind of ironic, to be honest with you, that we have.
I agree with you, but I'm not using that as an excuse, though. I'm not, because guys
there
get
ain't
paid.
no excuses. No, there ain't no excuses.
This is why I'm saying
Absolutely
Tua should take that into consideration and say, I'm going right back to what Fitzmagic taught me, which is my line is shit. I'm gone. One Mississippi, I'm gone, bro. What the hell has happened to Tua? McDaniel.
Tua has never been a scrambler. I'm so confused at where you get this from, Sharif. Like, you've been down on him.
That means you're not a Dolphin fan since 2021. That's what that means.
You've been a Dolphin fan since 2021, you said?
Anyway,
let me finish, y'all. Let me finish up.
What are your final thoughts, Tony? You have any final thoughts, my brother? I appreciate you for coming on and blessing us with your presence, by the way.
Yeah, my final thoughts is, I mean, I don't think all this loss. Hopefully, McDaniel understand that he need to lean more towards the rushing game now because of the injuries on the offensive line, and yeah, we need going forward for
Preach it.
sure. This week, next week, this year, next year, we need to be our number one priority needs to get this offensive line fixed. Because if we don't fix this offensive line and have a top 5 offensive line, then I'm sorry, Tua is not going to be our franchise quarterback. It's not going to happen without the offensive line. We seeing what happened. Look the way he played when he have protection, and look at the difference in how he play when he don't have protection. It's a completely night and day thing. So for everybody that's trying to figure out why he's having bad games, or listen, crack the code. You need an offensive line. Period. He need one of those Tom Brady offensive line to where he can sit back there and dissect the defense. Point blank
And that's
period.
the
If we don't
same
do that,
thing
then we're stuck.
we've been saying since before the season started. Is that's who we should have drafted. That's who we should have went for. That's who we should be picking up. Is always O line. And
Oh my
everybody
gosh.
knows, and it's not a code. It's not a code. It's freaking. That's the damn rule. Everybody
So
knows you got to have
so
an O line to have a quarterback.
finally someone agrees with me when I say I have to hold Chris Greer accountable because you didn't get Tristan Wirfs, you didn't get Panay Sewell, and you didn't get Cesar Ruiz, and you wouldn't have needed. You wouldn't have needed anyone. You just get your Robert Hunt
Then you
and you
would be
get your
getting
Austin
zero
Jack.
separation from Devontae Parker and Albert
Crypto, there goes the
Wilson.
moment. Monty, you got anything?
Now everyone agrees with me. No. We can't steal my thunder because what the fuck are we talking about now? An O line would we need to rebuild.
Monty,
You
you have
wouldn't
any
have
final
to
thoughts?
rebuild nothing with Christian Wirfs, with
Okay.
Panay Sewell and Caesar. You don't rebuild shit,
Okay.
right?
Monty, you have any final thoughts, my brother? Okay. So with that being said, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all for coming
Thanks,
on,
Shay.
and as always, man, I'll see you all Friday for the open panel, kind of like this. And with that being
Smoke
said,
up.
I have one
Be there.
final thought, and that's fuck Buffalo. And
There you go.
That's
we
it.
out.
Not all.